We are officially live. Happy Memorial Day weekend to each of you out there and to each of you in here with me. How's everybody doing? Y'all good?
Chilling, good.
I know that I haven't introed this thing yet, but
We just started.
Just a little temp check.
You good?
Everybody's all right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we
excited about the holiday weekend.
Big plans?
Not really. But that is big plans for me.
You're
like
chilling.
I have nothing to do. My wife's out of town. She's doing a little bachelorette party somewhere, so I'm chilling.
It's the best.
And that's big plans, goddammit.
Round of applause for that.
That is big plans
That
for
is
me.
a big deal. That's a big deal.
How about y'all? Y'all doing anything?
I'm out of here. No, I'm out of here. First thing, smoking.
Some blue water somewhere?
Yeah. Well, at
Palm
least water.
trees?
Better than whatever that shit is.
That brown stew.
That Hudson,
Getting out of the swamp for a couple
Atlantic City
days.
chicken soup.
That water right there, boy.
Disgusting.
Yeah,
That shit look nuts.
get out of here. Get some sunlight.
Good for you.
There you
You know
go.
what I mean?
Good for you.
Colorful outfits, some trunks and shit. You know.
Color.
You know.
I see
Yeah,
you
put
with
some
a
Little thighs out.
Hawaii
You
shirt
put something on the gram?
If you see
you know
me,
you gonna put
if you
something
see
on
me
the
with a what?
You might though, yo.
I didn't hear what you said.
A little Hawaii 5-0 shirt.
I don't know what that means.
Like the little...
Goodbye, man.
Exactly. And what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
That's where you get that shit off at.
That's facts.
When you're on vacation.
That is true. Kinda.
And I might not get a gram nothing nice.
You might not. It'll be in the story.
I might just chill. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Oh, a little story? Oh, I might.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
Oh,
not,
you definitely gotta give him some views.
I might serve him a little story or two.
You gotta give him the
I
views,
know
but you
you
gotta give
know.
him the fit, though.
You're gonna be eating.
I might make
the
a little,
food. The food gonna appear up there.
little
facts.
close
Yeah,
friend.
like who you talking to?
There's gonna be a shrimp on that
Close
fucking...
friend.
Yo, y'all my close friends. I might put y'all in my close friends. See if y'all
I'm
catch
cool,
a little
man.
vibe.
You got close friends?
Why do
You
you
got a
love
close friend?
birds?
I don't
oh
right
my
this
God.
second.
What you got? Generate one.
Create one. I could. That option is there. Plenty of people are doing it.
They are.
You wish, look at you.
don't need
Yo, the things men
I
clown
don't
each
have
other
one.
for,
I
yo.
didn't know. You know.
Well, I don't have one either, and you still found a way to laugh at me.
I didn't even crack a smile. Shut up.
You
man.
mentioned creating one. That is funny.
Yeah, what are you talking
You brought
about?
that up. You got a close friends?
No.
You got a close friends?
No.
Have you
But
ever
I
thought
could.
Have you ever thought about making one?
No, I haven't.
All right. So yeah, that's why it's funny.
But I could.
There you go.
Yo, instead of y'all always feeling like I'm the only weird one here, why y'all don't feel like it's a lot of y'all in here?
No, we're all weird.
Like,
Yeah,
man,
everybody-
people that
everybody
have a
weird.
close friends.
Okay.
You could make one. Alex, you got one? Yeah, see, like,
12.
yo, these niggas don't be a vibe, Alex.
Out of here, bro. They don't be a vibe.
I ain't sitting here asking a married man if he has close friends. No, you don't have no friends.
I just showed it to my wife.
Yeah.
That's it. Like in person.
the close
You're
friend.
asking Ish, who just learned how to upload a picture.
Keep going.
Did
These are the people you ask. Yeah. He still got his prom pic up there. The fuck we talking about?
Keep going. Everybody else, keep going.
Well, I don't even follow Corey. Who the hell knows what Corey's doing over there? But losing damsels left and right. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on.
Damsels.
And Ice just started posting over there. So, I mean, look at the room you're asking.
You've been posting over
I
there.
would be the one to have a close
Yeah,
friend.
like, what we talking about?
Before you disattached men.
You would.
He probably got one.
He probably doing the low. You might got one on the sneak, yo. Oh, that's what
You got a
it
close
is,
friends
Corey.
app.
That's what it is, Corey. Got you.
He keeps his
The
going.
whole
Yeah,
app
close
is
friends in Clubhouse.
I got you.
Yeah, y'all so dumb.
Got you.
Look. Yeah, this guy's good, yo. This guy's good. I wish I was the first to let you know. That guy is smooth. He changed the game, man. He did.
Enough, Daddy.
Hey.
You icy bitch.
Microphone check 1, 2. What is this? 538?
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 538 of the JBP. I'm your humble, gracious, grateful, highly favored host, Joe Budden, here with a few of my nearest and dearest. Parks is here, Ish is here, Ice is here, Corey is here, young boys in the back.
Yeah.
All right, how's everybody doing?
I'm great.
Pretty good, man. Pretty
What's
good.
popping? What's going on? What are you looking forward to?
Yo, you got an amp from the island?
Yes,
That's fire.
yes. I made the call to make sure I was able to. And it seems as long as my phone is U.S. based, which it is,
Okay.
then I should be able to
that
do what I
Wi-Fi
do.
is hitting decent.
Yeah. So that's gonna be nice.
Yeah, I'm curious to see
I
what
didn't
the
even think
island,
about that. That's
island
dope.
sounds like to you.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man.
That's a real vibe.
I had to make
Yeah.
I had to just move around a little bit. Let me not talk too much because May kicked my ass. Oh Lord, kick my ass. I can't wait to get out of this month. Please. What?
I'm just trying to think of what.
All right, if you say it,
Listen,
Yeah,
I'm
I take your word for it, Cat Daddy.
I'm looking forward to June. That's all.
I hear you.
There you go.
And I'm not Cat Daddy. Ish, don't start with your fuck. Don't start already. yo.
He's quick.
All right, come on. Let's get right to it. What is important? What is important? The N.O.R.E tweet. There we
Let's
go.
do it. Let's get into it. You
It's only but so much music. We'll get to the lobby boys soon. But we'll start with the N.O.R.E tweet, which seemed to have people in an uproar.
was it real or was it hate?
Oh, Lord. I have been the best to this culture. I've always put hip-hop first, and I see you guys go to Ellen and David Letterman's and Zane Lowe's and treat them with more respect than the culture, but you say you want black excellence. I'm going to be honest, even going to Oprah or Gal is trash at this point. I think you meant Gail.
Yeah.
We control our in culture. Why go outside of it? David Letterman is my favorite, but man, why go there or Ellen before $1 million worth of Game or Joe or the Champs or even Twitter shit? That's the gist of what he said. A lot of people assumed he was talking about Cardi, who appeared with David Letterman.
Yeah.
He later clarified, no, there was nobody in particular he was speaking to, just a general blanket statement.
I could understand that. Like, the Cardi thing might have made him think of it, and then
Yeah.
Or it might have been festering. It's just something that
Yeah,
he
that's-
just.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably seen it time and time again. We all have.
We've
I
seen
you
other people go
you
through
said it
discussed
months
that,
ago.
yeah.
I've said this. I've heard Charlemagne say this. I've heard academics say this. I've heard this said before. Now, whether people still feel that way or not, that's entirely different. But this remains to be true for me. Now, you'll get some people that say, well, what do you want? People to not expand and grow and transcend hip-hop and be visible to a different audience. Well, of course you do. That's the entire point. You just don't want them to abandon culture as they do it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with doing both.
I was gonna say, is that the solution? Is to do both?
I mean, that's what you
think you should.
I think that's what you should do if that's what's available to you. Everybody doesn't have that option.
True.
For the megas, they do.
Yeah, they can go wherever they want.
They can go wherever the hell
Well,
they
the beef I think is, and it's not even a beef, so that's a poor choice of words. You always see everybody on the way up.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yep.
They're the kindest, sweetest of souls. And then they get where they got to go, and then you never see them again. I don't have a grudge in that. I understand it. But I'm also not one of the people that make a living speaking to these people.
True.
If I did,
But as a fan too, like,
I was about to say, how do you understand it?
because as a fan,
Because I don't.
for me as a fan, I would like to see them, a Cardi B, for example, with N.O.R.E. That would be probably a little more compelling. Although I did like the David Letterman. I watched it. David Letterman's the man.
It's funny.
Yeah.
yeah, David Letterman is the man. But there was a clip going around not even a month and a half ago where he didn't know some huge artist's name. Who was that?
I don't recall, but
I don't know.
I'm not sure, but
I wouldn't be shocked. He's a 70-something
I'm
year
gonna
old
use
man,
it
probably 80-something.
I get both sides of this.
Then why are we going to him?
No,
Because it's
I
still
mean, once
been
you get
you still
to-
gotta not got
Go ahead.
to.
No, you-
It's still. I changed my word. I didn't say have to. He's still
Dave.
Yeah,
He's still him. He's
him.
still iconic.
And the show's
So
great.
you
He's a
would
good
want
interview.
to. I get why one would want to go there to him. Now, if I did, it's comedians shit, like when they do a certain circuit. Not
not
trying to
even
put
that.
us in that box,
It's
but
bigger than that.
if I do this on the come up, now I've reached a certain level. I'm not even just a rapper anymore. That's like That's
true.
This is music based stuff.
That's true.
I'm not dealing with music based stuff anymore. I've way grown past music. It's not necessarily that I forgot these guys. It's just I'm not in that space anymore.
That's why
I'm not shitting on you. Like it's not like I'm too big to come sit with you or nothing. But what you service and what I service is kind of different at this point.
That's why I think the remedy is to do both. because I think that when you do Dave Letterman, when you do Ellen, they reach a demo that, let's just even say us, we may not necessarily reach.
Correct.
Right? They might have a demo of 300 million people, 400 million people. So the Joe Budden podcast, the N.O.R.Es, the Gillies, they might not reach that many people. Let's say we only reach 5 million. So I see why it would be beneficial for them to do those platforms because they reach a demographic that we may not.
Of course.
I get it. But you still can do that and still come sit on this couch.
I guess
You get what I'm saying? And we don't necessarily have to, and we do this. I know we do this. I don't really watch all the other platforms that closely, but we definitely don't have to get into a music bag.
No.
When we don't talk music, that's when some of our interviews, I think, come across better. Like we had Lotto here. We wasn't necessarily talking about music. We was talking about life. We had a bunch of people here. We talk about life. So we're not limited to just music conversations.
I agree with you.
And
there.
I don't think they are.
But like there was even a podcast first quarter listing that came out. We are a music podcast is what they have us classified as. So now just on the numbers side, the people that's invested into these acts, I don't really need you going to sit with nothing music based right now. I need you to go get with this bass, that bass, this bass. Remember this, I'm just talking about from the corporate side.
Yeah,
the
but
people that's putting the money into these artists. Like we don't need you going to sit with nobody music. Ain't no music coming.
But that's where the beef is.
Those people know though.
Because you should keep the same energy.
True.
And that's not the energy you have on the way up when the Ellens won't take you. When the David Letterman won't take you.
I can't even get there.
Then you do the. I'd hate for you to call it a chitlin
I wasn't
circuit
trying to say that.
because that's not what I look at it as.
No.
But I would hope the labels don't view it that way.
They probably do.
Yeah, they do.
But the artists. So take the label out of it.
Yeah.
The artists are in tune. I don't think they've gotten. They don't, because if you say some bullshit, they know.
Facts.
So I think that the artists understand that this is just not a music platform. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could come home and talk to your people about whatever you want to talk to them
But
about.
I guess
I disagree with that,
the complicated part is that most of these super mega duper stars only doing about one interview a year. Like they're not really bopping around to a couple different places most of the time.
Valid.
But the reason why I disagree with what
kinda
you're
true.
saying is
That's why the exclusive is such a big deal. Like
these big megastar acts might not know that this ain't a music pod. They don't. They may not necessarily tune in. Yeah, if we say something about them, they
Then
see it
somebody
because
gets
somebody
sent
done
to
clipped
them.
it
That's
and
true.
it went viral and it made its way to them.
That's why.
That don't necessarily mean they watching the pod to know everything else. That's how all our shit get taken out of context anyway.
That's kind of true. That's
depends
why
on
I
who you're
kinda
talking
give
about though.
props to
Cardi's
Nicki.
actually been on this podcast, so like that's not a good
Cardi's
example
also
of this.
taking things we've said on here out of context
sure.
once she's blew to a
sure.
certain
But I
level
think-
and is not necessarily viewing.
I'm saying that a lot of them, I think, are aware that this is more than just a music podcast.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
that's why I give props to Nicki. Like when she sat down and did the one-on-one individual life conversation with you, that was bigger than music. You get what I'm saying? So that's not above nobody. The Isaiah Rashad interview, that's about life. That ain't necessarily about music. Of course,
Sorry, round of applause for them.
it starts in a music arena, but when you get to kicking it, we talking about other shit. We not necessarily just talking about life in those interviews. So I think it's almost like a slight to say that you couldn't be in a bodega with Cardi or N.O.R.E. Or, you get what I'm saying? Like, not saying it to her.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that you don't necessarily got to be having a music conversation. We from the same shit. So you could be sitting there with whomever. Nigga, you got interview David Beckham. You get what I'm saying? It don't necessarily have to be once you reach a certain plateau that you got to go to these people. I think it just it minimalizes the ground up guys. Yeah, I don't want to say chitlin circuit. I just don't have it.
No, it's not. That's not accurate. At the stage of a lot of the people that we're talking about here, is not the chitlin circuit.
Like they'll go bowling with Ellen. Nigga, go bowling with N.O.R.E. or Gilly, or you know what I'm saying? Not even just saying us. You could go bowling with anybody. You could take it out of a music scenario.
We don't interview a lot of guests, but there are guests that, let's say, if they reached out, artists that may not have hit a certain plateau yet, that if they reached out, we'd be like, you know, not right now, something like that.
No, that happens.
Yes,
I think the older JBP, but if Joe likes somebody, like they don't necessarily got to be super popping
No doubt.
for them to come sit here.
That's true.
You just got to have a genuine interest. You don't necessarily want to have
genuine
a phony ass
story at the end of the
interview.
story,
Yeah, or just an interest in the person.
But
you don't want to have a phony interview.
I agree, but I'm certain artists of a certain, they just haven't hit anything yet. We don't know or anything. We would not necessarily sit with them.
Got you.
Now, this is, I hate the circuit word, but this is kind of
The
once they
trajectory.
hit, the trajectory better. Like at some point, I know some artists personally that their goal is to come up here and sit with us.
Yeah.
To them, if I get there, that I've hit a mark. I made it. Now, once you grow to that next level, it's like now my goal is to sit with Oprah.
When I
my
sit on
goal
Ellen's
is to sit with
couch,
Joe.
I made
it's
it.
like I did that. So I'm not necessarily mad at someone who they may feel they're too big or not. Yeah, they might be too big for certain interviews.
I will also say too, not for nothing, from like a creative standpoint, from someone who's been on productions of these types of shows for a long time at this point now, there is something funny or interesting about putting 20-something, 30-something-year-old Cardi B with fucking
70-year-old,
stiff-ass, corny-ass, 80-year-old.
That's dope.
Like, there's
It's
an
dope.
element of that,
That
where
shit
I
is
can
fly.
see why you would pick that one.
And Davis witty. He's funny. He gonna shoot the jokes. She's funny. She's witty.
I
It's
hate
gonna
that we
be
keep
good
using
banter.
Cardi and Dave. As
I was
Yeah,
just gonna
yeah,
say some other
we
names.
can use some
Sure.
other ones.
That's true.
Yeah.
I was just saying, like, if you look at the list of his new season is out, and the names he has on there, it's her, it's Will Smith,
He's dope.
it's I saw Ryan Reynolds on there. Like he's hitting.
You favorited that one?
I didn't favorite any of them. I didn't watch any of them. I just saw the list.
Nah, Dave
That's
Letterman
like,
is
you
Dave
know,
Letterman. Though.
Yeah,
Like
that's
Dave
kind of what
Letterman
I'm
could
saying.
come in
Like,
this
it's
space.
still him.
Yeah, he could come here and be having a laugh and joking with us. I'm just saying that I think that you could do both.
And that's where I fall to.
That's it. You could just do both. And in my opinion, almost, and I don't want to use the O word because you don't owe anybody anything, but if we talking about the black excellence, you kind of do owe it to keep everybody moving forward. Because for a mega artist at this point in time, I won't say you're a mega artist because you're not an artist, but you have a great platform, a huge platform. So I think it just pulls everybody forward to do that out of the pocket interview. Again, a bowling shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just some bowling shit. Or y'all going to dinner laughing and joking at a hot dog stand. That shit takes off. If it's compelling and laughy, jokey, and funny and witty, I think it just takes off. I don't know. Some of the shit Gilly and them do with Dion. That's funny. It's out of the box. You know what I'm saying? At the Jackson State locker room, that's dope. It pushes everybody involved forward.
That's true.
It pushes everybody.
That's
so
true.
if Joe did an interview with, I don't know who. I don't want to use Cardi again as an example, but I don't know, yo. Pharrell on a boat, laughing and joking, everybody gets moved forward. You know what I'm saying? It just sees Pharrell in a different light, sees Joe in a different light. Everybody just moves forward. That's my opinion.
Yeah, but that's his point. Like, that's true. But to want that, you got to want that. And if you don't want that, then you're never looking for that. And that can be assumed because if you want to have a hip hop conversation, there is somebody that you can have that conversation with all throughout urban media, black media,
That's true.
and hip hop. You can do your Charlemagne, you can do your Gilly. Act got all the young boys going over there. You can come here. There are places you can go to get your shit off. So when you bypass that, it's a choice. Maybe not by you, but by your team.
I think a lot of that is that.
By your publicist. So that takes a conscious effort for somebody to say no, from artists, not somebody, but the artist to say, no, that's who I want to sit with. You bring up Nicki, she was a great example. I'm positive there will be a time where Nicki will need to go sit with GQ or America Vogue or fucking to have
Whomever,
to have that conversation.
Yeah.
But when it's time to get hip hop, she calls me. Yo, I'm comfortable with Joe. Get Joe over here. Not that she needs Joe.
Right.
Right.
Her audience is,
Yeah, they do.
come on, stop. She don't need me. But it's a hip hop conversation.
Right.
And I respect that guy in hip hop, so let's have it. Isaiah Rashad, more of the same. Somehow I'm getting killed out here.
Yeah,
All I did was pick up a phone.
They're killing you over that?
Why?
I ain't watched the interview yet.
I just saw that recently. I was like,
From
wait a
Clips
minute.
County. It's the people from Clips County.
Got it.
Clip went out where he's talking about being sexually fluid. In his explaining, I asked if he was monogamous. Mm-hmm. It's only a clip, so the stupid people out there think that I think being monogamous has something to do with being sexually fluid.
Huh?
Yeah. That's why you don't let a straight man interview. Like, they was going crazy.
Oh, okay.
They was going crazy, bro.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't understand
You
the
just ignore
correlation.
that. Well, that's what they're saying. There's no correlation between being sexually fluid and being monogamous.
Yeah.
To an ignorant person, they will
think
look at it.
that I'm
Sexually
asking
fluid
that.
means you're just doing everything.
So they think I'm asking
So
that.
that's why he's asking
because he's talking about being sexually fluid. Mm-hmm. Well, no. He said he's in a relationship. He said that his significant other is fully aware of this behavior, and he said, I have a hard time controlling. I can't control what I'm attracted to when I go in somewhere. Okay, well, are you monogamous? We saw what we saw. What is this? That's just a common question to me. Didn't have nothing to do with him being sexually
niggas
fluid.
would dissect some shit to try and find something.
But it don't even
negative.
matter. The deeper
Shut your
the
dumb ass
deeper part of that was he clearly had an audience that he wanted to get a message to, him or his team. Mm-hmm. And they picked the person that they felt comfortable with. Mm-hmm. They picked the person that was supportive. Mm-hmm. They put it in a little video montage 2 times. Sometimes there's nothing to dissect.
Yeah, no, I saw all praise. I didn't see one negative comment. That's all.
I didn't see no negativity until
Not
today.
one.
I was like, oh,
see, I
shit,
ain't
they're killing
looked
this?
I commend him for having that conversation.
Yeah.
The way that he chose to have it.
Nah, and I heard you handled it amazingly from what I read. Everything that I read.
It's me, yo. You know I got the hardcore exterior and I've done a lot of dickhead shit. But am I allied to the fucking...
No, yeah.
help?
Yeah.
Like,
Again, I
it's
haven't seen one negative
it's me,
thing.
man.
So, but
if you don't know that,
But if you're
if
looking
you
for
don't know
something
me,
to
and if
be
you're just
negative
looking
about,
for
I was about to
something...
say,
they can
dog,
find
you
it.
could have
That's
gave
all
a
it
fucking
is.
masterclass interview. Somebody will find something negative to pull
Because that's
if
what
you
they
want to
want.
pull
So
something
wait,
negative.
and you know what a lot of the naysayers were saying? Well, why the fuck would he have that conversation with Joe? Well, because
That's sweet.
he's in hip-hop. His entryway is hip-hop.
See,
He
I
wants to talk.
I think we limited
hip-hop.
ourselves.
Well, I'm just saying,
even with
that's
the Nicki
not-
shit, he might see somebody take music out of it. He might see somebody that he might feel comfortable discussing life with. Fuck hip hop. That's why they don't look at us to come here because they go to Ellen and them because they've transcended hip hop. So you still put yourself in a box like, yo, if I want to talk hip hop, I could go to Joe. I could go to N.O.R.E. I could go to Gilly. No, nigga, if you want to talk life, you can come here.
I would also have to imagine
But
a lot of
but
people.
hold up
oh,
on
go
that,
ahead.
Parks. But it's twofold. What you're saying is true, but all we are conduits. So
True.
they use me to get to a particular audience, and that audience is a hip hop
Based.
audience. Now, hip hop is huge, so I don't want it to sound like I'm limiting us, but that's the difference. When I see y'all go on Good Morning, Good Day New York, or Good Morning America with Michael Strahan, whatever one that is, I'm like, okay, I know who you're trying to hit. I know what you're trying to do. When you go to seeing it, like every outlet, so that's just the label, but yeah, that's who we wanted to talk to. Now, on top of that, yeah, I'm comfortable with that person. That's a person that I'll have a conversation with that don't have to be music based.
Yeah.
We didn't do
That's
much
what I mean.
talking about no music in that interview,
That's what I
and he
mean.
don't have no music coming.
That's what I mean.
And not for nothing, the people that aren't just outside watching clips of you would know that you've been an ally to the LGBTQ plus community.
Not necessarily.
Or maybe
some-
not.
Not necessarily.
Or maybe not.
If I'm only, again, with the internet, you're going to get what you're looking for. Anything. If I hate Joe and I just want to see shit that backs up my argument of why I hate Joe,
Oh, you can find it. Yeah,
I
that's
can,
true. You
I can
Google
literally
that. Yeah.
tailor it to look. And that these algorithm shit is going to show me that.
No, but Parks is saying people outside of a normal watcher. They would think that, but somebody
you
that
said
normally
clip watchers.
watches,
Right.
You said
Yeah,
somebody
someone
that
that's-
normally
that's-
watches, they
Oh,
know
yeah,
you're an
yeah.
ally.
My bad.
Someone
I thought you
outside
said
of clip,
outside of clip
yeah,
watchers.
yeah,
I thought
exactly.
you meant
Outside
clip
of that,
watchers.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, my fault.
Like anybody that knows, they know.
Yeah, but the problem is it's a lot of ignorant motherfuckers.
Yeah,
out
it's
there.
the people that don't.
It's
Right, or the people that just
don't know.
want to dislike you or do dislike you for whatever reason.
Or that I dislike him from some shit from 10 years ago. So no matter what,
Everybody
I'm
out-
still gonna
everybody out there trying to
attach.
go viral. I be trying my best to not. I really be trying my best to just stay low, keep firing, not give nobody nothing to talk about. I've been trending for like 2 months straight by accident. Honestly, he ain't be getting hype. Niggas because hey, you're trending. No one's happy about that. That does nothing to my day.
A couple of them were good.
Yeah, but
That does nothing to my day.
I feel you.
That does nothing to my pockets.
Yeah.
I'm already shadow banned wherever I'm shadow banned. The people that think negatively already think that. At this point, when you see those trending things come up, it's only helping whoever's posting it.
And the crazy shit is like when you start seeing a person that you don't like, i.e. a Joe, start trending, what happens? You go get some shit off.
Right.
And that's what you. Why is he trending? Oh, probably because boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with nothing, but it's when I don't like somebody, I'm just.
That was a bar you just said, Joe, by the way.
What?
That when someone's trending, the only people that are gaining from it is the public, the TMZs of the world, or whoever posted the article. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't want to bypass that
Well, the
point.
niggas that model their business like that, and there's some of them out there, but y'all know I don't. I don't do that. I'm not trying to trend with y'all. Fuck. Anyways,
Congratulations on the interview. By the way.
thank you. Shout out to TDE. Shout out to Isaiah. Yeah, no, it was great. It was great.
And I'm glad that somebody else said this beside you. Because
Yeah,
you
'cause
said
he's
it
been
before.
saying it.
Yeah, you said
Ben
that.
said it. But somebody else saying it puts a little bit more.
And he worded it better than me. I just say, yo, you niggas just fucked up.
Even if you said it like that, it wouldn't have been taken like no.
Of course not. It's
wouldn't have been
because the
taken like
messenger matters more.
No, I think
I keep telling y'all that. Like he could have said word for word this exact same shit. It wouldn't get this type of.
Joe's a hater.
So, yeah. Oh, shut up, Joe. Don't nobody want to hear it.
And I'm sorry if this message comes across haterish, but
it's not.
It's not. But
well,
if
it's
it
not
comes from
because
you, it's
you're
haterish.
saying do both. It's not.
If it comes from you, it's haterish. The entire meaning gets changed depending on who says the message.
I think it's dope that
That's the way we are today.
hip hop, in which most of the artists are minorities, get to a place where they transcend all genres, all ethnicities, all genders. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's dope. Like
I'll take it a step further. I think it's dope that hip hop has spawned the subgenre of hip hop journalism that has reached where it's reached at
That's
this
true,
point.
too.
So him saying this, it's not like you're asking him to come do rap pages in 1991 or something like that. No disrespect to rap pages or any of the smaller publications at that time.
Or Black.
These are
or
big
some
fucking
shit, yeah.
venues. This is a big venue right here. N.O.R.E.'s venue is big. So him saying that is completely fucking legitimate.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not asking for a handout or something. No, your shit is going to do numbers over here. We do numbers.
Yeah. No, shout out to N.O.R.E. Shout out to Elliot, Gilly, Ack, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody in the space.
Breakfast Club, Charlemagne on it.
Putting up numbers. Yes, indeed. All right, what else we got?
You want to go to new music or you want to
Yeah, get your shit
wanna-
off, Ice.
yeah, give us the breakdown, man.
Oh man, yeah.
Eminem show, 20-year anniversary.
Oh yeah. Clap. Yeah, go ahead. You can clap for that. You know. What else you got about it?
I didn't listen to it.
Oh, okay.
I just saw a bunch of instrumentals on it and I said this is
It's
probably
like
I don't-
5 of them.
Yeah.
Some live shows.
Oh yeah, that's what I saw. Too. I saw
full
live. I
tracks.
don't want to hear live songs or instrumentals particularly. But congratulations, still a classic album.
Lobby Boys album, man.
That's what I want to hear, man.
Man, no Jim Jones. Shouts to them brothers. Lobby Boys album is out. I had got it a couple days ago. Sat and listened to it. First thing I noticed was the beat selection.
Okay,
They're flipping some classics.
for the whole album or
No,
just like
no,
a
no,
majority?
no. Good portion though. It's a 15-track album. It's maybe half of it,
Okay,
but some real classic hip hop records got flipped.
respectfully.
Very respectfully.
Okay,
I don't really.
that's a
have-
dangerous game.
It is. I don't have much bad about this album. Like yo, it dawned on me after listening to the project. Right, I said I had to go look up Jim's age. Jim's 45.
He was outside when these records were.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, Jim's 45. Through the entire course of Jim Jones's career, he hasn't hit the decline yet to me. Like everything he's putting out just is another step higher. It's another step higher. It's another step higher.
I think that's fair. I think that's it.
Super consistent. Group project, solo project, producer project.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jim is the man.
He really is.
And Mano, this is like a perfect mesh to me.
Okay.
I try not to. I know y'all hate when I compare to other projects and stuff. I think about Mano and Uncle Murder's project, Yellow Tape. Mm-hmm. Perfect mesh to me. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes you'll get two New York artists, what you think you're gonna get, but you don't get it, or if it misses the mark. This didn't miss the mark. They gave me exactly what you want from these two veteran New York rappers with refreshing, up-to-date beats, using a couple classic 90s to early 2000s hip-hop samples. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is a perfect just mesh. Even the features were right. Fab, Styles P, Benny the Butcher-ish.
Timing is good, too. Memorial Day weekend.
Perfect timing. Because I was wondering when this album was coming. They've been teasing this for a minute.
It's outside music.
This is 1,000% outside summertime, New York City, surrounding area music. And I love the project.
I can't wait to vibe to it.
Yeah, I've been playing this for about 3 days straight.
Usually I don't like getting the album ahead of time, but sometimes you need a little bit more time to listen to something.
I'm cool with getting it ahead of time. If it's a good album, I'm still going to keep listening.
This was going to have me too hype at 12:30 in the morning. Like, I wasn't about to do this and start doing push-ups and shit mad late at night. So I held off.
Nah, my first listen came in the car.
That's a good spot for
Perfect. Yep. First listen was in
90.
the car. When I might have took that Civic Airborne.
Yeah, I'm gonna let this rock this weekend. See what's going on.
I don't know if this is you going away on an island or some shit though.
Gotta
Right?
let them know who
blast,
I be.
nigga.
Nah, facts.
I gotta
you
let
gotta let them feel New York while you're over there.
Yeah,
You bringing the Bose box and all that?
Yeah, I'm bringing
You know
something.
you-
You don't ask me where I'm from. Just listen to the vibes. Just listen. That's all you gotta do. Then you can figure it out. Just by the bop.
That's it.
Climb back record. They flipped the Loonies. I got 5 on it.
Okay. Better than Jordan Peele did?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
That's hard.
And that's what you get in the whole
Fine.
project.
Fine. You guys have proved your point, lobby boys.
And to everybody else out there, y'all know I'm not the one with the New York bias or nothing like that, but yeah, this is just a good fucking project.
Well, this
Sorry.
kind of beats the middle for you because it's got the bounce that you like musically.
Yeah. It got the bounce, but it still got some spitters on there.
They've been saying the New York bias been heavy.
It has been.
Has it?
Yes. Them two. Right there. Thing one, thing two.
Why you think that though?
Because it's the truth. Y'all act like
Can you expound?
Sure, I can. Y'all think no, please don't tear me up. I'm fragile. Pause. I think the New York bias has been heavy because you two hold this like because it was born here. Joe does. Joe does. You can shake your head. No, Joe does. But it's like anything outside of here, it doesn't matter as much because this is the mecca of hip hop.
That's not what it happens. What happens is, and I think I can speak for you, I can't, but I think we gonna be on the same.
Y'all old as hell.
It's not that. If I grew up in San Francisco, right? If I grew up in San Francisco, and I was outside when Mac Dre was the man, I'm gonna feel that.
No doubt.
Ice was in the house. So me and Joe was outside running around, moving around, so we remember how we felt when the music dropped.
Okay.
That's why young niggas don't fuck with Mace. That's why young niggas can't fuck with some of these artists because they wasn't outside. So when we speak about certain music and certain eras of music, I remember what it made me
You have a different
feel.
reverence for how, yeah.
Exactly. I
I
remember what it made me feel like.
Okay.
So when we start talking about E40 the other day and how E40 don't be getting his just due,
Yeah.
they wasn't playing E40 on Hot 97. So a nigga that grew up in New York City not gonna feel E40 the same way they would feel Jadakiss.
It's that, and I keep telling you, we have this argument back and forth. This still ties to age. Y'all didn't hear E40 because y'all couldn't hear E40.
That's not true.
Y'all couldn't hear it like that. You said he wasn't playing it on Hot 97. I'm telling you that. Just let me.
I would love to finish my statement.
Finish your statement.
E40 was out when we was out.
Facts.
What do you mean? It has nothing to do with age. It has to do with the feeling when somebody riding down the street and they banging shit in their cars and you 17, 18 years old, it hits you different.
Ish. Okay, can I say something real quick? Yes, they're playing the music from their region. After a while, hip hop stopped becoming so regional to a younger demographic because we were getting exposed to music from everywhere at once.
Because you was in the house listening to it, downloading it. I was outside.
Yeah,
I get that. I get that you were outside. I understand that.
Music didn't mean that you were exposed to culture. That's what Ish keeps saying.
He keeps saying certain records he heard outside. He feels this way. It made him feel something. I get that. I'm telling you that the same way that happens for you, it happened to a person in Chicago, happened to a person in Sacramento, happened to a person in Dallas, happened to a person in New Orleans, Miami, wherever they were from, because that was your music for your area. I'm telling you that after a certain while, the music for quote unquote your area grew due to technology, due to things, inside things, whatever you want to call it.
They still don't have iTunes.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Huh?
He's missing.
They still don't have iTunes.
But he's still missing my point. My point is, Ice, you were in your house. So hear me out. I'm not knocking you being in the house.
No, y'all are, but that's cool.
I'm not. Niggas in New Orleans look at BG like a god. You not gonna look at BG like a god because you wasn't.
BG like a god.
I was getting ready to say I have BG high, but I get what he's saying.
I'm talking about a New Yorker.
Yeah.
It's not gonna look at BG in the same way that a nigga from New Orleans. Yo,
I feel
dog.
you.
Look.
Yes, but guess what? Hold on, real quick. That person from New Orleans would then have New Orleans bias.
It's not bias.
It is bias.
It's
You're
not
leaning more to this. That's bias.
I disagree with what Ice is saying.
It's
That's why
bias.
I'm not
It's
jumping
not
in.
bias. Like, dog,
Ish
nigga,
do it.
BG's
I actually
dope.
agree with what Ice is saying.
It's fucking bias. It's regional bias.
Tell me what he's saying.
He's saying that regardless of where you're from, you're going to lean into the shit that you grew up around. That was your culture,
That mattered to
regionally,
you.
That mattered to you. Especially if you're of a certain age. Younger kids probably a little bit less because the internet is a little bit more everywhere.
I'm not discounting
But that's not
the
a bias.
others.
That is a bias.
I don't think what we do is bias either.
That is a bias, though.
Look,
What
I'm not
Parks just
discounting the
explained
others.
is not a bias.
I bring up Matt
But that's the
Dre
same
all
thing
time.
that we're getting accused of when they say New York bias.
Well, I still don't know why people say that about me.
What's bias mean, Alex? Can you pull it on the screen?
I still don't know why people say
I'm
that
not
I'm
knocking them. I just said niggas from New Orleans look at BG like a god.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yo, you could
A
listen,
prejudice.
you could be exposed to all the music in the world that you want to be exposed to with streaming and technology and all these advancements.
Yeah.
I am gonna always stand by the culture of that being a little more important. Like they go hand in hand. So I maybe didn't respect go-go the right way at one point in my life. It took me to go to DC
Right.
and really understand what was going on out there to feel it, right? In Detroit, they was speeding everything up. They was speeding everything up, chipmunk style. I had no idea why that was happening.
Shit, nothing. Pardon me an interruption. That last trip to England that we did, that was the last show you ever did. I never really respected British rap like that, British drill and shit like that at the time. But we went over there and they was in the fucking Land Rover playing some shit. It was like, oh shit, I fuck with Stormzy and all these different dudes. Like,
So that's
nice.
my only response to the same thing for some of the West Coast shit, the same thing for E40 and getting down there, the Houston niggas when they start slowing shit down. Like, to go there and feel it and be ingratiated in it makes you have a whole different
appreciation.
A whole different appreciation for it than the person that was 100,000 miles away hitting the button, hearing it. That's all I'm saying. And I don't say that to knock people that hear it your way. That is evolution.
That's what I was going to say. It's evolution.
So you have to. I want it to evolve. So I can never be mad at somebody all the way over there pressing play and hearing something.
And now
however,
that
person has to take a back seat when the person that was in the pavement comes around. I feel like that.
And the person that...
Well, the person that understands the culture.
The person that
where
was,
that came from.
But the culture evolved. So they're understanding culture too. That's one thing. And the person that's 100,000 miles away that clicks play and downloads it, guess what? That's still impacting them if they get to taking a liking to that.
Sure.
They can start playing that when they walk to school, and it's feelings. Hip hop is feeling. Music is feelings.
Sure.
So anybody's song can make you feel anything. It don't have to be I was outside when it dropped and that's what it feels to you at that moment. This person could have been in a dorm room and heard some J. Cole and can relate to that super heavy and feel it.
I don't care about
sit
that.
there and replace him on a pedestal.
I don't care about that if he has no knowledge of where that story is based from and how it came to fruition. I jam all day to the fucking Fredo remix with Dirk. It wasn't until he came and sat here and said, no, that whole verse was real. The nigga got killed. And I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, but guess what? They getting that too.
I'm gonna always have.
It's like
that.
somebody.
But look, they get that too. These little niggas is on the same way he told you that story. They can go watch that story being told. They get that too. They still get. Oh
then
shit,
you're getting
that's
marketing.
real.
So let me ask you a question.
Then you're getting marketing and label fed shit versus the guy that's on the.
No,
actual...
I'm talking about Joe. If that kid can watch the interview you did with Fredo and get the story to that song and still feel it. Oh shit. He really lived this.
Yes.
Shit.
Yes, Ice, he can.
That's what I'm saying.
He feel it the same as the person who had to actually live that?
So do you think the kid in Wyoming? Do you think the kid in Wyoming feels that the same way a kid in Chicago feels that?
I don't know.
You think somebody watching The Wire?
The answer's no.
You think somebody watching The Wire from their
it's a hood
suburban household is going to feel The Wire in the same way that somebody from any
That's living it.
Yeah.
The answer's no. To
No.
That. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's nothing wrong with it.
But
you can still have a great appreciation for the artistry and the genius of The Wire, but niggas that was living that shit is gonna feel it a little different.
And that's fine. I said that.
I don't
I've
think
told
that's
y'all that.
I don't think that's a
fine.
bias.
No, when a bias comes to New York, I'm talking about citywide. There is a New York bias with the two of you.
How? The people I
Especially
say are the best are the best.
Especially, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really be. It's nigga.
They call me.
I don't care for Nas.
He's
How
the
the
best.
fuck do I have a New York bias?
But I mean, he's the best.
He is.
He's the best.
Who's the best?
Oh,
Yeah.
Like even y'all Rucker Park N.O.R.E that's New York bias.
It
in
got
there.
taken somewhere and somebody spun the argument.
yeah,
It got
because
spun.
our argument was that's a bad comparison.
It got spun. N.O.R.E became a brand of sneakers and clothing. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about the street basketball N.O.R.E. That shit spawned from Rucker Park.
And all I was saying
and I
was
said they took that and built it into something bigger. That's what I said.
But Rucker Park was basketball genuine. N.O.R.E was a stage show put on similar to the Harlem Globetrotters. It wasn't necessarily real basketball. You think I'm standing in front of the nigga. Every single tour we go to, he bounce it off the nigga head. Every single tour he go through, he throw it through the nigga legs in the same exact way. That's not Rucker Park. Kobe Bryant came to Rucker Park.
Ish, I agree to you. I agree with that. I said,
And why
they
we gotta
took
be New
that.
York biased just because we stood on the opposite
No, it just
side
ties
in the conversation?
Nah, it ties to everything because again, and the reason why they're saying it too is when certain topics come up, y'all think New York just weighs more, and it's not
I don't
necessarily
think
true. Y'all have done that.
Sometimes New York weighs more.
I don't think that.
Sometimes New York weighs more.
Okay.
That's not a New
that's
York
why-
bias. Yo, Atlanta weighs more right now. That's a fact too. What, I got Atlanta bias because I can say that?
No,
And that's why I don't even talk.
Go ahead.
Do I have an Atlanta bias because I can admit that
They're running shit.
Atlanta's word means more right now?
It has for a long time.
No, that's not an Atlanta bias.
So how come in the conversations where New York's word means a little more, it's bias? No, it could just be a fact.
You say it's a fact. Like I said, that's where the you guys have New York bias comes from. I'm telling you, I see it and I agree with it.
Where are
I
you
think
from?
y'all
What's
have-
your set? Nah, for real.
I'm neutral,
trying to-
baby.
Who
I
man
don't
is this,
claim none
yo?
of that shit.
Again, yo, I don't think I just like what I like. I know what I experienced. You feel what I'm saying? Like I just know what I experienced, and I think the analogy that I gave is great.
Also, not for nothing, do you really want a bunch of dudes that grew up listening to Hove and shit having some deep thought about some shit that we don't know nothing about? You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be weird if we were up here talking about some shit we don't know nothing about musically.
What you mean?
Like, someone over there should do a podcast. Like, I don't want to hear about the Atlanta dudes from us.
Yeah, like
they should have someone down
like,
there. Or they do.
Goody
they
Mob.
do.
Goody
Yeah.
Mob is not it. Like Goody Mob was them niggas was gods in Atlanta, dog.
Outcast, God.
Like
Yeah.
yo, them niggas be wanting to punch us in the face for not bringing up Big Crit.
Love Big Crit.
I didn't hear that outside. You get what I'm saying? When I came outside, when I was 17, 18 years old, they wasn't playing that shit.
I don't even speak about Southern hip hop without talking about Goody Mob.
No, listen what I'm saying. Them niggas was gods. Up here, we weren't equating them with big.
I also was in North Carolina.
But and that's kind of that's what I'm saying though. And I don't think anything is wrong with that. But you got it for that to be true. You have to understand the flip side to the nigga that cares about Outkast, Goody Mob, etc. and don't give a fuck about Big.
I totally agree.
And that's the thing. A lot of New Yorkers, now I'm gonna take it off y'all.
You're right.
A lot of New Yorkers say if you're not mentioning Big, Nas, Hov, like your opinion is void.
Dog, when we
to them.
That's true.
And a lot of people treat it that way.
You're right.
That's where the New York bias and people get grouped with that come from.
Like when we bring up certain artists,
like I listen to shit outside of New York, and I've always have.
Niggas would be like, yo, 50 Cent wasn't slapping down here like y'all New York niggas put him up there. They say it all the time.
Nah, I don't believe that though.
That's what people say. See, that's a New York bias.
No. Because
In certain neighborhoods, some motherfuckers say. Some people say it. What I'm saying is this. My opinion is my opinion. It's not necessarily a bias. I'm not discrediting all of the artists that I said because I have friends and family from other... Nigga, my whole family is from the DMV. I hate go-go. I hate it. I go down there, they be mad at me. They take me to the parties, I'll be like this. Niggas beating on the Congo drum. I don't want to hear that, my nigga. It's just not what I want to hear. But I still got an appreciation for it. My whole family fucks with them niggas.
Just so we're clear, I love go-go.
I know. And I don't. And that's cool.
That's fine.
I just like what I like. I don't got to like it. Again, my nigga, I'm not the biggest Nas fan. I can't have New York bias. I just like what I like. Too good. Oh, man. Cool.
And off that, let me just play this clip because I think it's relevant to that earlier conversation we were having.
It's an amazing, really fun.
So what was your strategy at Universal?
Well, the strategy was to fill it with urban music. I don't think a record company can really be successful without urban music, the roots of our music. And we had Death Row. We bought Def Jam. We acquired Cash Money. And just with those three companies, we probably had 45% of all the urban music in America. That was it. And then all the cool kids wanted to come with us. So it was really fun.
So, I mean, it's interesting hearing that because it strikes me that you must have...
I don't need to hear any more from him. And that's why I say...
That's crazy.
Hey, even when you transcend, you should come back. Because none of that's possible without
the bottom.
Us as the center, entry, beginning, support, upliftment, encouragement, all of that shit. You hear what he just said?
It's nuts, bro. I'm talking about on a different...
That's in 3 acquisitions.
I'm talking about on a whole deeper level that is crazy.
Death Row.
But you know what's crazy? Is that he understood that, and we don't. He understood it. We don't. He understood the same way. Bro, we don't want to make a serious pod, but the same way when our neighborhoods start getting what do they call it? Gentrified. They see the gold. We don't see the gold. We get mad at them once they come take the gold. We don't see the gold. He said, yo, in 3 acquisitions, they control almost half of urban music in the world with 3 acquisitions. And then he said, and all the cool kids saw them and wanted to come fuck with them. Which means off of these 3 acquisitions, we going to get even more, a bigger percentage. Because niggas going to come fuck with us because we got them on the roster. They can see the genius and we can't. They can see the value and we can't. That's crazy to me, B.
I'm shocked to learn about your airport etiquette.
More importantly.
That's kind of crazy to me as well. Could you share with the
I wasn't even shocked.
rest of, right? No,
It's
right?
on brand.
I don't know what that means, but
Well, we got to start getting into what on brand means. Like, what are the things that are on brand?
that was a shot.
No.
The Ice just entered you.
That wasn't a shot. It's cool though. That wasn't a shot.
I'm Neo.
Ducking it.
But hold up, that wasn't a shot though. I don't even have a gun.
But Neo wouldn't ride the cart, I don't think.
Tell the people what you do, man.
Yeah, tell them.
Because they don't know what we're talking about.
If we're taking a flight, and typically I fly United out of N.O.R.E. It's probably the biggest terminal, I think.
It is.
So sometimes it's 100 gates. So your gate might be in Great Adventure some fucking take you 25, 30 minutes to walk there. I'm gonna bribe the cart dude to drive me to my gate. Fuck is you talking about?
Now that's not on brand for Ish.
Yeah.
That's all I was saying. That
capitalist.
wasn't a shot.
That's what?
It's giving opulence.
Yeah, it's giving. I'm a little better than you niggas. Oh,
No, I'm paying for my service.
which is
It's America, Jack.
that's further on brand for
What are you
Ish.
talking about, yo?
He a MAGA hat away, ain't he?
I almost could see.
Never. You out
He
your
probably
mind.
just don't wear it because he don't want to fuck his curls up.
No,
but,
never, ever.
all right.
I mean, you may pump it up, bro. I don't got that bag.
I just walk.
Same.
Yeah.
Hey, Ice. In about
All right,
8
chill
months,
out, yo, chill out.
in about 8 months, you gonna have that little fancy scooter Joe got in the airport. Going 45 through that bitch. What?
There's airports I would feel the need to do that in. Newark's not one of them.
Why? Some of that shit is far, yo. You bugging. You go on that United Terminal.
DFW is bigger than Manhattan.
I don't know about that.
It's big.
It's possible.
no,
I don't know
no,
about
it is.
bigger than Manhattan.
No, it is. You can Google it. It's fact.
Yeah, right.
Alex,
You're not gonna-
oh,
I don't know about that.
when somebody Googles it,
I will look it up.
it's bigger than Manhattan.
That's crazy.
I would feel the need for a ride in there.
They got shuttles.
I hate the shuttle.
You know what I'm saying? Like Atlanta
I
got
hate the
shuttles.
shuttle.
The shuttle's
When
no
you
fun.
get off the plane and now you got to take a shuttle
He's
to.
correct. By the way,
That's crazy.
that's the second largest after Denver.
Oh my Lord. That's another one.
That's a Hornet
there's-
one, right?
There's some airports out there.
Denver's the Hornet.
That's
right?
the one where they have the secret underground base or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, that's. I knew it was something.
Yeah, it's some airports out there that's just monstrous to
It's a conspiracy theory.
maneuver through.
I believe it though.
Anyway,
That's nuts.
come on, y'all want to get into Brandy versus Jack Harlow?
Let's do it.
All right.
I saw somebody say, "Is it clout chasing?"
Nah,
For whom?
Brandy.
I don't think so.
She's Brandy.
No one is above clout chasing. I have a Brandy bias. I have a clear like I'll tell you my bias. I have a clear Brandy bias.
That's your homie.
I heard Full Moon and Never Say Never.
So she good.
That fool.
And if anybody else with ears heard those two albums, then what could you possibly have bad to say about Brandy? Now, I don't think Jack Harlow said anything bad.
He didn't.
He didn't.
He just didn't know a song.
I think the internet.
No,
did
he didn't
that.
know they was brother and sister.
He didn't know. He didn't
But,
recognize her
but
voice.
he didn't know the song.
Right.
And then he didn't know that they were brother and sister, but he's at that age, right?
20.
So, but it was a little moment. And Brandy raps. I said that before. Like,
Well, she rapped on something recently too. Was that Cypher? Was it Cypher? On
Yeah.
BET Awards maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
smoked it.
Yeah, she did.
Girl raps, man.
That would have been the extended remix.
I'm not going to
Right
call it
away.
clout
Word.
chasing.
What?
Word.
Yeah.
A word. Good looking.
Yeah, thanks,
Let
Brandy.
me throw this on here real quick.
Using
No,
this.
deluxe edition.
And that's
It
why
might be coming.
I won't call it clout chasing
I'm gonna show you clout
because
chasing though.
she is not a rapper. She is a singer. So when you get those opportunities that just present themselves where you're able to rap, do that shit. And even she went on her socials and said, I didn't know that this was that big of a moment. So, yeah, let's have some fun with it.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it either. I don't think it's clout chasing.
Me neither.
Me neither.
It's just good old
What does she
fashioned.
really have to gain?
Nothing.
Nothing.
It was
That-
boredom.
that's why
it was
I don't
boredom.
say
And
it's
all right,
nothing.
let me just show y'all I could do something.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to do.
They ain't gonna help her.
You know, Brandy was somewhere eating fucking salted tomatoes with Kirk Franklin or doing some wholesome shit. You know, she was doing something wholesome and was like, all right, let me go over there and just mess around with the guys.
Now if she'd have came out and put a little, do something that she's selling on DSP
A
or
4-pack?
something, something like that. Try to run off or something, then which wasn't even a issue to begin with.
If you've
I
ever,
look at it a little differently.
if you've ever heard Brandy's voice, then it's probably enough to rely on in the music industry. I don't see it. Now, if Jack says something back,
Take his
then what?
feedback.
Then what? Because if I was active and a girl just popped out with a verse,
Taking my shit back.
She ain't say nothing crazy to him.
She said my name.
So
That's enough.
she flipped the name about 7 times too.
Sorry, I'd have had all kind of
is Jack wrong for clapping back?
No.
no.
I think he should actually. Not
And
for
then
nothing.
is Ray J wrong for clapping back at him?
Turn up.
No, you gotta leave Ray J alone.
Why?
You heard how you heard this nigga threaten. You heard what he told. Come on, man, leave him alone. Certain people just leave him alone.
All right, what else is important?
I'm here for all the rap beef. R&B singer, whoever. I don't care.
Is there more? Y'all want to go over verses?
Oh, you can do that. Yeah.
Who wants to start?
Ice.
Let me start.
I watched most.
I
of
saw
it.
a little bit.
I watched the entire thing. A-Ball and MJG. My name is officially Ice, and I'm here to officially apologize to you. Again, I be wrong a lot. I be wrong a lot.
They're them.
No, I know they were them. Mm-hmm. I be wrong a lot, though. Like, I need a refresher. I needed a refresher. I was like, oh, shit, I forgot.
I was trying to make you chill out, man.
Oh, damn. Well, I still got UGK winning.
Yeah.
But it was, I said by 6.5. Mm-hmm. Nah.
It's closer than that.
Like me and Joe said that. Like once you put their music next to each other, it's gonna make sense.
I forgot a couple of records. I forgot features when Tila and Jazzy Faye came out.
Yeah.
Side note: Jazzy Faye seems like he's the most fun human being in the world.
Yeah.
My wife was sitting there like, I like all these songs. I don't know who these guys are, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hopefully they accept your apology officially, Ice.
Yeah.
Because you was a little, you know what I mean? But that's that in the
I mean, I ain't disrespect. I just said by 6.5. And I was wrong. That's
which
all.
some people could take as disrespect.
Nah, I didn't say, it's going to be they're going to blow them out. They might get around. I ain't do nothing like that. I didn't disrespect them.
Y'all make anything them talking to Gilly?
Oh, I didn't see that part. What they said.
8-Ball. Gilly, I didn't see what he said, but according to 8-Ball, Gilly had told a story that he was in the car with 8-Ball and he ran from someone or something like that, and 8-Ball addressed that. Was like, yo, you ain't never been in the car with me. Tell them people who you really talking about. Go ahead and put the story out there, but it wasn't me. And me and the person you mentioned have nothing but the utmost respect for each other. So it get your shit right, pretty much.
I just like seeing podcasters be talked about in the middle of verses. I didn't care if it was right.
They said
or
in the
wrong.
middle of the verses?
Yeah. Like on stage. Like 8-Ball stopped and said that.
Let me clear this up real quick.
Hey, why not? Everybody gonna see it.
Yeah, it's true.
This is the place. If I'm gonna get some shit off, this is where I want to do it.
And shout out to Bun. It's just always good seeing Uncle Bun up there just doing his shit, man.
Pimp C's daughter came up there on
I
stage.
have a Bun
Yeah, it
B
was dope.
bias. I have a Bun B bias as well.
I think
a
everyone
lot of
should.
I was gonna say I think a lot of people. got
I'm
a
just
Bun B
saying, I don't
bias.
like how people, y'all don't have to tell me my biases. Like, I can tell you my biases. And have no problem doing it.
Man, Greg Street had a blast there, yo.
Yeah, he was.
Greg was turnt, bro.
He put on the fur for a second.
And another thing that kind of ticked me off again, I be thinking these crowds are going just to say they went, but they wasn't really, like, they don't know these records.
I didn't get that vibe from this crowd.
I got that vibe.
I don't know if they had like a mic in the crowd though.
No, I'm just
They were
watching.
they were panning to like women knowing every single word of
They paying to the
8-Ball
same-
and MJG.
They
shit.
paying to the same maybe 5. I paid attention to it because when they do the wide shot, I'm looking at the crowd. I always want to see how certain records perform in person.
Well, look at that space, Ice. What do you think the capacity of this space is?
I was saying,
I don't know.
It should look like Scandals.
It's not that big.
So it's more the reason that it should look live in there. It's even if it's an intimate house with certain classic records playing,
Certain shit drop.
you should be able to hear into
Crowd
like
supposed to
certain
come out.
records play when you don't want drama went off. You could hear the crowd, the entire crowd. I don't care if it was 10 people. You could hear the entire crowd though.
Outside of Locke's Dipset, when have you ever seen that from a Versus crowd, though?
I feel like they don't usually put the mic. That makes a
I'm not even
difference in
saying
I've
production.
never-
we
I've
were
never
at the
seen it.
verses and I didn't see that crowd react a
That's
certain
my
way.
that's my
Nah,
point.
Ja crowd was crazy. The Ja Fat Joe
Nah,
crowd
they
was
wasn't
crazy.
going like
When
they
them
were
Ja
supposed
records
to be
came on,
going.
they was going nuts.
No, they not enough nuts. Pause.
I disagree.
And I think a lot of that crowd was home.
No, and just the thing.
That's
The
New York
women
crowd,
was
though.
going crazy. The New York dudes be too cool for school.
Yeah.
But the women in that Ja versus,
Oh, yeah.
they was going nuts.
That's what I'm saying though.
The women there
I
were
was, I
going
was in there
crazy.
going crazy over the Fat Joe record.
Yo, I know. I'm just saying, but you know,
them Ja records did
them
something
Ja
different, though.
records was different. When them shits dropped, they was going crazy. So I mean, I disagree, but
That's all. And when you see certain names and it's the South, you just expect something different.
where was this? Oh, it was
Atlanta.
in Atlanta. Yeah.
They had guests. Twister came out. Big Boy came out. David Banner came out.
I'd just be happy to see all of these people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And see that they still look
good.
They look great.
And
the
the
look
sound
great.
good.
Sounded good.
And the other thing, yo, these records was easily what? Want to say maybe 30? Some of these joints 25 years
20
old.
years old. Yeah.
Bro, these niggas ain't miss a beat.
Nah.
Performance wise.
That stuff is impressive, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, like I don't think a lot of y'all realize how hard I've watched acts, newer acts, get on there and rap either with the verse playing and I gotta like these niggas were performing.
Lip syncing, no breath
MJG
control.
did the shit with Twista.
Yeah.
And kept right up with him. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a great show, man.
This was a great
I
great
enjoyed
verses,
it, man. 8-Ball and MJG and Suave House in general needs their respect.
Yeah.
Because they're incredible.
I agree.
They're incredible. They may not have hit the same mainstream success that UGK or Outkast or some of these guys did, but they've been amazing for.
See, but a lot of that shit even be regional too. Like, cause before we got to some hip hop, motherfuckers was going platinum on the West Coast that we had never heard of.
True.
Yeah. And going gold easily. We had never even heard of.
Trunk of the
But see,
car
the things particularly about the South is a lot of them from, let's say, anywhere from Memphis all the way over to probably Houston. Once you get some buzz there, you're now moving over. You know, you're doing the Alabama club, you're doing the Mississippi club, you're doing the Louisiana club. Like you're working your way around. So the South kind of know all the South.
And in certain demos, they wasn't bootlegging like we was doing here. Yo, Jokers used to have whole bootleg stores in New York out on the corner. You could get anything.
Down there, they was selling shit yourself, and if they found out you bootlegging, they
was
pulling
getting your
up,
ass
you
whipped.
getting your ass whooped.
So I'm saying them niggas was going gold and platinum kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they wasn't bootleg. I remember in Newark, they had a booth, Corey, right downtown. You could go get anything, bro.
Nigga, it's stores. I'm talking about storefront, brick and mortar stores right now in Newark that you could go in there and buy anything.
I didn't know that, but
Yes. I know.
shout to them.
Yeah, get it how you get it.
Newark, y'all know Newark changed since they stopped letting y'all go over there.
Who's changed? What?
Wait, who can't go?
Newark,
No.
y'all.
I wish I knew how to do that little hello shit you be doing, or that excuse me that Park do.
You could just say hello,
I was in Newark yesterday.
but they didn't know you was there
Why didn't they?
because you snuck in.
I was downtown on Saturday.
Quiet though.
No,
You wasn't making noise.
I wasn't.
That's what I'm saying.
I was double parked.
No, you weren't.
I was.
No, you weren't.
He ain't
It
gonna
wasn't your
double
car.
park the
It wasn't your
F-150 in
car.
Newark.
It wasn't your car.
I'll be in Newark, bro. I don't know what
The
you
funny
talking
thing
about.
about it,
Yo, you can't go to Dairy Queen, nigga. That don't put that on us.
Word.
I go to Dairy Queen though.
You bet.
Not
I
that
bet
one.
you. I bet you don't go to
Not
that
the one.
And you don't go to
What,
Stegman.
what time you go?
No,
I bet you don't go to Ocean.
No, what time you go?
no,
I bet you don't go to MLK.
no.
I know.
No, hold
Well,
on.
no,
What time?
I'll
What
go
time you?
there.
What time you go to Dairy Queen though?
About two.
Whenever I want ice cream. Fuck is you talking
just
about?
kept
nigga?
happening to want it at 10 in the
Anytime.
morning.
Word.
You just wake up.
Wake up.
Yeah,
though, right?
yeah.
Damn, I
we know, bro. We
I don't
know.
go to Jersey City without stopping at the Dairy Queen.
I
just
know.
to let you know what I mean.
I mean,
Exactly. That was my first crib right over there, Union Street. Yeah, man, by myself, Dolo. That means you got to put furniture in there. You got to get electronics, DVD players, DVD setup, thingamajiggies that hold the shit. Come on, stop playing with me.
I know you
man.
won't love seat over
y'all
that
ain't-
Dairy
if
Queen.
y'all ain't-
I hear all that shit he talking. You still not going?
What are you talking about, nigga? You want remote over there? It's cool, bro.
They gonna even hit that Checkers on Communal Park, bro.
Yeah, I won my last fight. I didn't know why y'all talking.
They
to me
not
like
fighting
this.
today, so who cares? Nobody care about a
Say
fight.
answer
Yo,
that.
you know how much of a sicko you would have to be to shoot me at Dairy Queen? What are you talking about?
Damn, you know how many
Listen to-
sickos
listen-
are
listen
out
to
there
yourself.
right now?
Yo, listen to yourself, yo.
Listen to us.
And you might not get
Listen to your-
shot.
at
You
the-
might get
at
boop though.
Ish, yo.
Fam, they not.
You
They
know,
might make
fair
you lay
ones no
down.
more,
They might
Joe.
lay you down.
You're in your 40s. The fair one age is gone.
Ish, you know better.
They might relieve you of that nice, beautiful gold watch you have.
Last altercation, I tried to get you to stand 10 toes with me. You wanted to run, we ran. Yo, what you want me to do, man?
Who you talking to?
You wanted to drive off, we drove off, yo.
Who you talking
I
to?
want us to stand there
Who
and
you?
fucking really
I don't
get
know
busy.
nobody named you.
I wanted to stand
I know
there
you
and
ain't
really
talking to me.
Yo, Joe just make.
I know what you please tell them that you're making this up. Please.
Oh, now please tell
Yeah,
them.
pretty please. Fuck you talking about,
Come
nigga.
on, what else is important
I
in the
had me
world?
surrounded by 90 niggas before. What is you talking about? This guy's a nutcase. Oh, man.
What y'all want to talk about, man?
10 toes.
Yeah, I tried to get you to see what's up with these niggas, huh?
What nigga?
Whoever.
Oh, where was that? Arizona? My cars. This guy, yeah.
What would you gentlemen like to discuss next? Justin Timberlake sells catalog to Hypnosis for just above $100 million. Round of applause. Excellent news for him.
It's not a bad little lick.
Hypnosis has acquired 100% of all of Justin Timberlake's copyright ownership and financial interests of the writer and publisher's share of public performance income. And the catalog of musical compositions written by Justin Timberlake, according to this announcement. Also included in the sale to Hypnosis are the worldwide administration rights to the compositions, subject to the remaining term of Universal Music administration rights, which expire in 2025. Further terms of this deal were not disclosed, although it's valued at just above $100 million. Round of applause for him.
How many albums he got?
Solo?
Yeah, solo.
I think 4.
4, right? 2020 is 2 of them. Justified.
Man in the Woods.
Man in the Woods. Sexy,
Future Sex Love Songs.
Future Sexy Love Songs. So that's at 5.
1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, it's the part 2 of the 2020.
Mm-hmm.
5.
Man of the Woods.
5.
That's not a bad little lick then.
Compilations.
Yo, I
But
wish
now
I
my
knew the
question is,
science behind it.
Did he write any of the group records or anything in there? Because it says anything written by him as well.
I'm sure he probably wrote some of it. I don't know any of that to be fact. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't at the same time because pop
Yeah, the
groups
way pop
we
was,
already know
yeah.
we know how that goes.
So what that mean? They just own his pub from some of the NSYNC shit.
Potentially, if he wrote stuff on there,
Gotcha.
That means they own a lot
they own a lot.
of him.
I would wonder what the science is, because everything that I read saying like when you sell your pub, they'll buy, let's say for $100 million, but they stand to make $1 billion. So I wonder why the artists won't keep it.
Because that's $100 million lick right
At
quick.
one time,
Yeah.
maybe.
And because
And I
it
might not
stands
have
to make $1 billion, don't mean that you can
Could
get it to
stand-
make $1 billion.
True.
That's
That
true
makes
too.
sense.
That's true too.
That makes sense.
So I'll
And
take
not for
100.
nothing.
Y'all go do the work, get
Then
your
I'm-
money.
And
I
he's
can
still
take my
active, so
100.
he's going to make more. You know, some of these older artists that are probably not going to really create much more, if any more at all.
And
Cash the fuck out.
Oh,
there's
definitely.
another part in there. The stance to make $100 billion might come after I pass.
Yeah.
Like, you know how everybody music shoot up
Uh-huh.
when something happens. So that might be I'm gonna buy this as a insurance plan for, I get my money back when you go. Yeah, you can take this now and do what you want to do with it.
Oh, you talking about from the buyer perspective.
From the buyer's
Yeah,
perspective.
yeah.
It's like you might it might be worth $1 billion, but that $1 billion is once you pass and everything increases and all of that long term.
Mm-hmm.
It might not be worth $1 billion in your lifetime.
Oh no, I'm taking
So,
100.
so
I
take
was
the
just-
$100 million.
I saw an article that reminds me of this a little bit. I saw an article that said that all the Wall Street people are buying up all the starter homes in America, which kind of reminds me of this.
Starter homes, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever that is, but that's
What is
it
that
said.
defined as? Just like inexpensive homes?
Yeah, maybe a certain price range.
Yeah, maybe like a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, typical
Suburban type.
smaller
They can be.
starter, quote unquote starter home.
Gotcha.
The article was talking about why Wall Street would be so heavily invested in real estate and what's to come from that. But that's what the company's buying up all the publishing reminds me of.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have no idea what's coming from this, but
It's something they know.
something is coming. And they're going to want all these different catalogs to be able to monetize properly.
Or it could be,
Especially with the metaverse and all that shit
You see
now.
where streaming is coming, and all of these contracts don't really cover the next step. So let's buy all of this up now. So now when it's time to negotiate, we own everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people are now getting NFTs written in their contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so yeah, these people could say, yo, we know this could be worth something once the game changes into whatever's next.
Yeah.
Let's snatch everything up
But
right now.
all they got to do is go back and look at
All you gotta do is sit on it. Just wait.
the Beatles and Michael Jackson, all these artists that are still the most popular, highest selling artists still to this day, even with nothing new in the marketplace. So, no, we're going to buy all that shit.
We're gonna buy it and we'll sit on it. Like I said, something happens and then
Might not recruit for 10 years, but
fine.
after that, it's cool.
Timberlake has sold more than 150 million records, 88 million as a solo artist, and 70 million with NSYNC, and won 10 Grammy Awards out of 39 nominations, 11 MTV Video Music Awards, 20 ASCAP Pop Music Awards, 10 Teen Choice Awards, the Songwriters Hall of Fame's Temporary Icon Award, 4 Primetime Emmy Awards, an Academy Award nomination for Best Original Song, and an honorary Doctor of Music degree from Berklee College of Music. among many other honors. Round of applause again
Yeah, hell of a resume.
for Justin Timberlake.
I wonder how that works with N.O.R.E. though. I guess it doesn't count.
No. This I on the previous article that was up there. This doesn't count anything going forward. This is
Probably don't even make no more music.
No, he's probably still making
I
music.
still would. See, it says
Although with 100
sources-
million in the bank,
You could just start doing other shit. Music is just a hobby at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could start.
passion project. Yeah.
You can start
do it
doing
'cause I feel
all
like
types
putting
of
something
real
out.
estate.
I'm
shit.
way off over here. Yes, it says here unnamed sources saying the deal is valued at just above 100 million and does not include future works.
Okay,
So
that's a hell of a lick for
That's a
5
lick.
albums, man.
it's a lick.
That's kind of like Wayne shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess so. Cause I don't know. I wonder how the mixtape shit counted with Wayne's shit, or if it did or did not. I never thought about that before.
I don't think it would, but
I don't think it would either.
right?
Yeah.
Say that
'Cause it
again?
wasn't necessarily studio albums, right?
The
Yeah,
mixtape?
the mixtape stuff. I wonder how that factored into any of that, if at all.
I don't think it would. Well, I don't know because it wasn't albums, but we also see artists that are going back and clearing these and now releasing these mixtapes. So something could be there.
On
Shit,
what label though?
Their own shit,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
potentially. Depending on what the circumstances of the album, like
Gotcha.
they may have been contractually bound to whatever label they were on at the time. But
have y'all heard the Pharrell 21 Savage snippet?
nope,
No, I have
I have not. You want to play it for me?
No. We'll talk again when everyone hears it.
Got it.
Okay.
Did it sound like a slappy?
Hard to say from a snippet.
Sure.
I'll wait till it drops. I trust 21 Savage's ear when it comes to features and singles. Mm-hmm. He's normally really good at that, so I'll wait.
Okay.
I reserve judgment.
While we are on the subject of music, we are 1 week away from the Post Malone album. Do it seem like it?
Really?
Yes.
Yo, they're burying homie.
Tracklist came
They're
out.
burying a few people.
Yeah.
Yeah, Muddy in the Waters.
That's
But
crazy.
It just feels fishy. I have nothing concrete to support that, but it does feel fishy.
That's super fishy.
That Kendrick second week feels fishy to me too.
What'd it do?
85,
89, 85, something like that.
85. They
Does that seem low to you or high?
Low.
It's extremely low.
It's low. Seems fishy.
Last album.
And a double album at that. The numbers in general for his shit have been seems weird.
I
to me.
wasn't mad at the 300 week one, but if your label is involved, then you don't drop to 85 week two for an act like that.
And again, we don't. This could be all. They could all be expecting this. Like Kendrick, his people, like, yo, we know y'all ain't in on it. The numbers are gonna do that. I'm not a numbers chaser. Cool, here it is.
Tank got that clip running around from him doing Drink Champs when he's talking about
Sam Smith.
Sam Smith and what would happen if he were to sing that song and how it would be limited bandwidth because our love is the threat. And boy, I mean, it's such a profound.
It was deep, yo.
Profound point that he made. It hasn't escaped me.
It fucked me up.
It hasn't escaped me since he said it. And
Can you paraphrase a little bit more? I didn't see the clip.
He said, you want to do it?
he said the Sam Smith song "Stay With Me." Sam Smith sings it, immediate chart
Smash.
placement,
Yeah.
smash, so forth and so on. If I were to sing that same song, limited bandwidth, it probably wouldn't get very far because our love is a threat. Like me singing about keeping families together, the dad still in the household, so forth and so on. That's what the threat is, not the violence, which is why that is what's promoted and pushed to the
They'll market the
front
violence.
street.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That shit fucked me up. I started following that nigga after that. No bullshit.
And he's also a quality follow. Shout out to N.O.R.E. This was a real good interview. But what were we just talking about? Something that made me think of this.
Kendrick numbers, yeah.
Numbers. And
Oh,
support.
yeah. So, I mean, they go hand in hand for me.
So you think that the
I
subject
think
matter
Kendrick
of the
and all
album?
that shit he's talking about on there, along with it being his final album, that's really important. Along with him trying to uplift, promote Baby Keem, like just start his own shit. I think that now there will be new hurdles, new hurdles to hop over that weren't necessarily there before when you're more in line with what the label wants you to do.
And you're their premier act.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because 85, week 2.
I never thought about that.
For Kendrick.
I
I never really pay attention to what week 2 numbers look like, so I can't tell if that's high or low. But
week 2 is for me the most important week to pay attention to.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's without the fluff, without the icing. That's
Who's
now
still
we've
actually
heard the
listening.
music. Yeah. What's word of mouth
Not,
saying?
not
what's
even that. It
carrying
could
you?
be there was some tricks played week 1.
oh, that too. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
These are genuine numbers.
listen,
Yeah,
for
this
most
is this
artists,
give you a better gauge right here.
if the label give you a date, they are trying to sell records in week 1.
Mm-hmm.
They're not trying to sell everybody records in week 2. That take a whole new bag now to focus on week 2 and week 3. Hey, all that work we did, let's see what we get back in week 1, and you carry it out with word of mouth and go do some podcasts or something. But all that Letterman in week 3 of your project, all that fucking, hey, my late night run is in, hey, I've been out for 6 months. I'm just doing my Letterman run.
Mm-hmm.
All that Grammy placement nomination while your album, all that shit costs money.
Yeah.
And everybody ain't privy to that type of money. I damn sure wasn't. Def Jam was shocked as shit. Pump It Up start getting nominated for shit. It was like, wait a second, we ain't pay for this. We did not tell this to go. And Kevin might have told me one time, yo, don't even go.
You told me he told you don't go.
Don't go.
And you won.
Yeah, that's when I won.
To the Grammys or the Bible?
No, that was the Bible Award. But listen to that. Like, he was telling me good shit. If it was a normal award ceremony, the Bible Awards was new. So that was their first award show, and it was really people's choice. So I won people's choice. But awards ain't no damn people's choice. No. And he was just trying to school me and protect me. I don't be mad at that shit, but I was mad at that shit. I was mad at that shit.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. This is crazy with Posty, though.
Yeah, I wanted to ask. I was just like, I looked it up. Like I said, he put the track list out. Still ain't seen. I haven't seen a peep.
He normally does, what, 3-4 out the gate?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And the Weekend record is on there.
Stop silencing Posty.
Stupid, yo.
That's my man, yo. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's
And I can't tell you why.
There's something more there.
Like Brownstone.
Like,
I can't.
There's something definitely more here. Like, this dude was headlining all the festivals right before COVID.
And he ain't missed.
And hasn't missed on the album. Like, he's been that dude. And to see this now?
I think it's back to that label beef.
Business.
Label beef. They're not getting along, so we're going to let this quietly come out and use that as a reason hold something against you.
Yeah. Now you owe us money.
Speaking of things quietly coming out, had to get to it at some point. How do you feel about all of these, the latest news bits coming out about that Texas massacre? And there's been a lot.
It's been a lot, and it's fucking disheartening,
It's all
frustrating,
understatement,
heartbreaking. A lot of the shit that
understatements.
I want to say, I probably won't say because I don't want to put us in no line of fire. I don't want to offend nobody.
Well, who would there be to offend in this
Yeah,
instance?
everybody's offending everybody.
Yeah.
Like anybody that should be offended is getting offended.
Defund the police.
It's all over the place.
Bro, when there was a press conference and they came out and said the officers made the decision to not go in there because they thought it was over. Meanwhile, the parents
That's 2 strikes, by the way.
They're lying.
They decided not to go in there, and because they thought it was over.
Yo, this was breaking in real time as we were exiting.
As we
our
were
pod.
leaving the last pod.
But if you remember when I read it, and it read, police engaged him, and then
on his way in,
blah 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 happened. And I was like, you want to be sensitive, but that don't sound correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That don't sound right.
They didn't.
Bro, I've been seeing.
So,
I paid attention to that press conference. They didn't go in because first was saying because they thought it was over. Meanwhile, there were children inside,
right,
on their phones calling 911.
Calling 911, saying, please come.
Please come in. The parents were like, yo, the cops are not going. Let's rush it ourselves. Imagine being a parent out there.
Standing
And
outside.
standing
outside.
From some of the reports I read, they were like detaining and
They made them,
the parents.
They stopped them.
Fam, ICE showed up.
No, the one that fucked me up.
Wait, hold on. I would like to know if there's a lawsuit that could be had there.
No.
Well, let me finish. You are stopping me from going in there and getting my child like any parent would. Yet, y'all are reported to be going in there and taking out your child.
Yeah.
That
was a crazy part.
That sounds
Police
like
were going
there
in and
should
getting
be a
their kids
lawsuit
out.
somewhere.
Absolutely.
Of course, a lawsuit wouldn't fix anything from this tragedy.
No, of course not.
But I'm just saying, imagine being a parent trying to go save your kid and being told no and being restrained from people with guns that's supposed to have our best interests and they go in there and get their kid.
I read a few articles.
I also read the kids that were screaming for help as the cops surrounded the building and worked from outside. The kids screaming for help, he would shoot.
No, so what the cop would say, they said the cops were telling them, if you're inside, scream to let us know you're inside. And as they would scream, he would come in and shoot somebody to silence them. Like that, fam. It's one thing fucked me up. I read an article and it was a little girl and she told the article. And she said that, she took one of the kids' blood and took their blood and wiped it all on her and played dead, my nigga.
For over an hour.
It fucked me up. She said she was laying down there for over an hour playing dead. And she said she could hear the cops and the grown people like talking and shit. And she said it seemed like she was there for 3 hours, but she was there for over an hour. She was cognizant enough as a child to take some blood off of one of the other dead kids and wipe it on herself to appear dead. Do you know what mental shit that little girl's gonna go through for the rest of her fucking life?
I don't want my child to have to be that cognizant at school.
At school, as a child.
I don't.
Fam, they got schools having shooting drills, like fire drills.
Smart of that little girl.
Extremely smart.
You hear that?
But man, I don't want that. Huh?
The schools are having shooting drills. Like
Yeah,
how
they
we used to
got-
have fire drills.
yes, they
they
have
got
shooting-
shooting drills.
And the
Like,
shit that they're proposing is let's just make one entrance and exit to the school. So now it's like a fire hat. Like
So now we gonna burn up if the fire breaks out in the front?
this shit is so frustrating. Like we have a police force in this country in general that is equipped like a military, and they're standing outside and they're scared to go in. What is happening?
I read something. I mean, shooting drills, cool, but the Columbine kids that survived have children.
Yeah.
Think about this.
Yeah.
What are your shooting drills doing? We have 20 years of this
Data.
here.
Sandy Hook. All of that shit.
fam,
The shit
don't
is
stop.
Yo, they said
It don't
that.
stop.
I read an article that said that basically the stance on the police is that they don't have to, even though they are quote unquote sworn to protect and serve, they don't have to put themselves in harm's way if they feel as though it's a situation where they could be injured or hurt. They don't have to.
They didn't have to leave that madman in there for a whole 40 minutes with children. They said that these children, it was so bad that they most of them couldn't even be identified without a DNA swab.
Come on, dog. You're lying.
No.
I read that too.
No. Every single detail that comes out about this
It's more gruesome.
is
And
disturbing.
yet they won't make any changes to the laws
So what I think needs
regarding
to happen is,
access to.
no, they just block some.
no, dog.
Just
The crazy
block some
part
shit.
was they showed all of like last 15 or 20 massacres.
Yeah.
Same gun.
Yeah, AR-15.
Same gun. Same exact AR-15.
And I want to be clear. I do believe in the right for civilians to own firearms, but there should be a limit and a reason.
It's a few different things. I believe that you do have the right to own a gun. I believe that when it comes to certain types of guns, you can't really justify, in my opinion, you can't justify the need for an AK-47.
Right.
Like that's not about protection at that point.
Or sport or
Yeah,
hunting.
but if there's a proper background checkup, if there's a proper checkup into your mental health,
There's more checks on getting a driver's license than there is.
and that's what
More
they
checks
do
on
is
getting
you shouldn't
everything.
You shouldn't be able to rent
Kinda that's what I was
to not rent a car, but can go get this gun.
Right.
Hey, I can't go in a strip club, but I can get this gun.
Can't
Y'all
buy
ever,
cigarettes.
y'all ever been to like a, like, 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 a, like You just ain't no paperwork. You can walk right up there. If you got the cash on you, yo, let me get that.
Yeah, my man told me that. My man said,
That's it.
My man said, yo,
I've been to one before.
always buy your guns from a trade show
Yes.
or a pawn shop.
Yep.
My man told me that. Because it don't matter what the history of the
No,
gun was
they're not doing
prior
all
to
that
them
shit.
giving it to you. You know, back in the day, like, we'd be scared to buy used guns because, you know, they could have bodies on them or whatever the case may be. And my man was like, yo, always get your guns from a trade show or a pawn shop if you don't buy them brand new, because it kind of erases the history prior to. You get what I'm saying? So, but, bro, yeah, like.
The media started immediately getting to work. Want to tell me stories about how this kid was teased in school and had a rough upbringing.
So,
Yo, respectfully, I don't give a fuck.
Did you see the there was a clip of a kid who was friends with him or a classmate or whatever, and he said, that's not true. He was a bully. And people just didn't really take his bullying seriously, so he got mad about it.
I don't like that either. I don't like the wording.
I don't like the.
And I don't want to make
I don't
it
want to know
racy.
nothing about this nigga.
I don't really want to make it
honest with
racy.
I don't like that he left his school to do it. Like, you left your school
You sucker.
to go to an elementary
You
school.
sucker to go to the kids' school.
Yeah, no. I don't like that. I don't like that it's also being reported that police saw the tweets from this kid 30 minutes in advance.
before. Yeah.
Or not tweets, but Facebook posts, wherever they be posting that. I don't know. Fact check it yourself. Huh? It was Facebook, right? That they saw the posts and just decided to monitor.
See that, and that's the other thing.
And
that
surveil.
That's the other thing that really pissed me off. All of this algorithm shit, they could see and hear anything we saying and doing on our phones, but you see shit like this and nothing gets done.
There's reports now with the Buffalo shooter that there was a retired officer or
Retired
was invited to
federal
lead the-
agent.
federal agent.
Retired federal agent
That was
kicking it with him in regards to the shit.
He was giving him advice on.
Yeah. He told him, yo, I'm about to go do XYZ. You want to come watch? A retired federal agent that had some links to some white supremacist group.
Not only that, he sent him his plan. Like, yo, does this look sound? Like,
read it.
will this work?
Read this.
My part is, and we all got family members or friends that's officers. In my opinion, the officers that went into that school to get their kids should be fired.
Yeah.
It's a parental instinct. But at the same token, you allowed officers to, and they admitted it too, because now they're trying to backtrack it. But they got some of the officers on camera with the interviewers saying, yeah, we went and they got their kids out. But then you'll stop another parent from doing some shit that y'all just did? Mm-hmm. That's a different type of privilege, fam. Like, that's a whole different type of privilege. You fuck around, punch one of them in their face. Like, man, you get your ass out of my face.
There needs to be major gun reform and police reform in this country.
They had
as soon
senators
as possible.
crying on the
And
floor, shit like that.
I unfortunately don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't
It's
see
not
it
gonna
happening.
happen.
They're not gonna let
Too
it
much
happen.
money. But they had
Too much
senators
money.
crying on the floor. Like, yo, they had, you seen the Steve Kerr shit?
Mm-hmm.
I also saw policemen joking about it.
Really?
Yeah. I won't dare repeat what I saw because that's how disgusting it was.
Nah, they had some COs. I didn't want to come in here last week with it, but the Buffalo shit, they had some
seen that.
COs.
Don't even
That's
repeat
what I'm talking
it.
about.
Yeah,
Oh, no, I thought
repeat
you
it.
was talking about this.
Disgusting.
No, I thought you was talking about this.
Oh, no, not with this. I'm talking about
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo. They had some COs cracking jokes.
It must be nice, though, to live somewhere else where they just value life. Like, where they just won't allow the cops to have the guns.
Won't allow people to get the
Won't
guns
allow
without
these types of school shootings. This shit only happens here.
Only here?
by a large margin.
By a huge, like you could take the next 3-4 countries in line, and it's not even half.
And some of those countries, Australia, Israel, a couple other countries are pro gun, and civilians can own guns. It's not like some countries where nobody can get guns. Like some of these countries are kind of have the same thought process and principles that we do regarding guns, but they just put a limit on the types of guns that you can purchase.
And punishment is a different type of punishment.
True.
I was reading, I think it was Scotland, and they had a mass shooting back in 2016 or something.
Uh-huh.
They changed laws immediately.
Yeah, I read that too.
And they haven't had one since.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
we
can't
My
do
brain
that
is
here,
so
dog.
fucked. That kid was what? That kid was Mexican? What was he?
I'm not sure.
The shooter?
He was what?
Salvadorian?
Y'all Salvadorian?
Salvadorian doing that in Texas.
And of course, they're
Like
going to
my
use
brain
that.
immediately goes to them using that for immigration,
Absolutely.
with tactics and
Absolutely.
I don't know if he's
this shit is so complex and nuanced. Yo, yeah.
But the solution shouldn't be.
And all
No,
this-
because it plays right into political hands at that point.
Yeah.
This wouldn't have happened had we had stricter immigration laws. If they wouldn't have been able to come over here, then this would have happened. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
And that's why I hate the party ticks, dog. I hate politics when it comes to parties because, in my opinion, they don't give a fuck about the people. They care about the party.
Yeah.
More than the human beings that are involved in the decisions you're making for other people's
They care
lives.
about the donors and they care about maintaining their position.
And they be so disconnected because you're a fucking senator, you're a congressman, your kids go to the best schools some of the best schools in the world. This does not remotely even enter your mind that this can happen at your kid's school.
Facts.
Hey, Ish, one of them news channel folks literally got up there and said, I put this on the parents. You should know what school your child is going to. You should know the security at your school that would even allow for that to take place.
Now the crazy part of
Like,
that,
would you hear that?
Governor Abbott got up there and said, hey, as horrible as this was, we all need to keep in mind this could have been worse. That's what he said.
No, you know what else is horrible is a day later or 2 days later, they had an N.O.R.E. meeting and didn't allow guns. No guns in here.
in the N.O.R.E. meeting.
Yeah, can't bring no guns in here. That's what was wild.
Like some of the shit, it don't like just any logical, rational thinking person would be like,
But to get on TV and say that it could have been worse.
It's some of the
People that
most.
lost their
How?
Word.
He was trying to find some silver lining in the moment to big up the fine work that policemen were doing. Like, oh my Lord, yo. If you don't have your own brain and you just listen to what comes across these media outlets,
It's just a different type of disconnect.
it could have been worse.
Is this
Children slaughtered.
or homeless or hungry or whatever the case may be? The politicians will get up there and kind of be like, we just sent $140 billion to Ukraine.
40 billion, yeah.
It was 100 and some change.
And just so we don't have it wrong, I'm not sure if that gentleman, that murderer, was Salvadorian. I think his name is Salvador.
Oh,
So I just don't, know, they'll tell us we got some information wrong.
okay. Our apologies for that.
Yeah, our apologies.
Snafu. Rest in peace to all the. How many times we had to say this, man?
I don't even want to say thoughts and prayers. Like, none of that. I don't want to say any of that shit
cliche
no more, yo.
after a minute.
Yeah.
These
Like,
politicians.
bro,
man.
I don't be, y'all know I don't be getting emotional and shit like that, bro. I went home, grabbed my daughter, and I couldn't even imagine. Like, I went and picked her up from daycare, and I'm just like, I can't put my mindset into what them parents had to deal with.
Like
Then the fiance,
you gotta rush to school.
but
You
it's
have to rush to
like,
school. It's easy as for us to
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
rush to school.
Then I hear one of the teachers that passed away. It was either her husband
That
or her
one hurt. That one
fiance.
did it.
The very next day,
That one
has
did
a
it.
Had a
fatal
heart
heart
attack the
attack.
next day.
They left 4
They
kids
had
behind.
4 kids. That one did it.
And
That
shout out to
hurt.
Sean King.
You have a heart attack trying to mourn properly, trying to just cry and your heart can't even take it because this is your high school sweetheart you've been married to for 27 years or some crazy shit.
And there's no consolation, but Sean King and them started a GoFundMe for the 4 kids, and it raised like a sick amount of money in one day.
Not enough, but
It's not enough.
great.
It's not a
Not
consolation,
enough, but great.
but
It is a
you
good
could
deed.
potentially
It's a good
had a
deed.
house that the kids could grow up in and all of that shit.
Yo, I
But
can't go to the bathroom without my son running over there to flush the toilet. I can't go to the fridge without my son running behind me. I can't go upstairs. I can't do shit without my son running. Daddy, Daddy, where you going? Daddy's coming. Leave me. It's like, so like,
Bruh.
oh, it just hit different.
Yeah,
It just hit different.
yeah, it do.
It's different. It does. Rest in peace to Ray Liotta.
Yeah.
We lost Ray Liotta, Alan White, and Andy Fletcher in one day. One day. Musicians.
Alan White's a drummer from Yes and a bunch of other bands.
And Andy Fletcher's a keyboardist.
Depeche Mode.
Yeah. And you know Ray Liotta, of course.
Of course, I know Ray Liotta.
In a day.
My man Henry.
I still think it's going to be like a brutal summer. I don't want to put that in the air because words have meanings, but 2022's been.
There needs to be meaningful change.
Nah, and people out here, in a difference in 2 years, people had PPP bread 2 years ago. Now motherfucking food is high, gas is high, everything is high. They're saying that the average rent in the United States will be $2,000 a month soon.
It's crazy.
That's crazy, dog.
I agree.
Average.
And minimum wage is what now?
$7.50.
No, it's more than that.
No, it isn't. National
minimum
just
wage.
hours is higher.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Regionally, you can.
But I'm just saying, look at that though. National minimum wage is, would you say
$7.50, I think, or $7.75,
and they're predicting by August gas is going to hit $6 a gallon nationwide.
Yikes.
Yeah, because New Jersey has some of the cheapest gas in the country,
Mm-hmm.
and our shit is up.
Yeah.
And our
I
shit is
saw
up.
gas $4.90 this morning.
Word?
Before I used to be like, oh, okay, fill it up. Now I'm paying attention to what gas station is what. Oh wait, how
Shopping
much they
around.
got? Wait, how much they got it over there?
Paying cash because they give you the cash
Get
discount.
the cash discount. I'm going on Tuesday to get my little 10 cent off.
Shit cost me $120 to fill up the other day. I was hot. I ain't gonna hold you. I was hot.
Yo, I saw somebody tweet this earlier, and I laughed because it makes a real good point. They said, when the last time you was at the gas station and smelled gas?
Word.
Oh shit!
It's over for that.
Yo,
Not letting the drop hit the ground, boy.
or they stepping on that shit.
They stepping on
Oh,
it.
that probably both. I'm shaking the whole hose out.
That shit
Pause.
fucked me up. Like,
I'm holding the hose by the bottom of that shit. Get every last little drip out that motherfucker.
That's funny, yo.
What?
Oh man. See, look. Me 9 years old.
I was about to say
Listen,
this was a
listen.
feeling, yo.
Me 9 years old though. Remember how people were saying like when they heard Illmatic, it was something you never heard before. Like, what the fuck is this? So me hearing this smooth ass, just what was this?
You was 9 years
Again.
old when this came out?
That's 92.
It's the same thing I just said. Why are we talking to him? Why are we speaking to him about anything if he was 9 years old when this came out?
That goes to my point.
Ask us a question. Would you talk to him about this?
Goes to my point.
Like, why do we want to hear what a 9-year-old thought when Let Me Ride came out? I was high on dust by the time this came out.
Yo, I was a
Congratulations,
senior.
homie.
I was a senior.
I'm not homie when you.
No, congratulations.
I'm not homie.
I wasn't a nigga kid.
I'm not
You
can't be
homie
your
when I'm
homie.
reminiscing about dust. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, rock out with that.
Nah, I was a senior. I remember when Snoop was stumbling through the door on G Thing video.
See, I remember that too. That's kind of
9.
that was
Why
9,
do
10.
you think we?
But what I'm
care
saying-
what a 9-year-old
Shut up, Joe.
had to say about that?
What I'm saying though is seriously like seeing this, just hearing it. I might can't relate to it, but it was a different sound than what I've heard, and it just pulled me that direction. I like this. Shit, my daughter got songs that she like. She's 2. She can't relate to it, but you hear something and you like it. You see something, you like it. You taste something, you like it. You smell something, you like it. That's human. So you can fall in love with something based off of how you're introduced to it. And I was introduced to the West Coast sound through watching the video and hearing this smooth sounding, comfortable ass shit.
And you could check all of that out on Ice's new podcast. This is what I thought when I was 9.
On
Coming
Twitch.
soon.
Enough, Daddy.
Alice, those the wings? Huh?
I'm about to say, I know the wings ain't
oh,
coming
the
here.
wings.
He ain't just say nothing.
Nah, nigga had a bag over there though.
Nah, it wasn't a big bag.
Well, let's make sure, though.
Not games like that in there. Not games like that in there.
Are we on?
I've been in David Buster's recently.
We've come back from our lunch break.
Can you guys tell the audience what y'all are arguing about?
Oh, it's just another Ice Was Never Outside thing that you guys like now.
Now you're really drilling Elm.
Yo,
now.
it's funny. I have been but the funny shit is I have been absolutely silent in this.
You have not.
I have not
No,
said
you
a word
haven't.
in this.
Nigga, I'm
I
sitting here.
since you said I just went to the store for the first time at 14. I have not said a word.
Joe, you said a lot before that, and you.
Well, I started the theory about the inside the house dudes versus the outside the house dudes.
I know. I didn't.
But
know
I ain't
that.
gonna harp on it every time because I know it hits like a heartstring of yours.
Oh, it don't.
I didn't know
Yes,
it
it
was
do.
that
I
serious.
keep trying
It
to
does.
get y'all to understand. See, here's where the debate keeps coming from. You think that me as an inside person, that I think that my opinion should matter with yours, or someone who's been outside. I keep telling you, I don't give a fuck about your opinion. I only care about mine, ever.
It's not true.
That
Mine and your debate started because I said I don't pay the inside niggas no mind, and you saying that's wrong of me.
No, you said basically your opinion is more weighted
Yes.
than the niggas that was inside.
And he
I
told
agree
me
with
that.
that.
He told
And
me
he
that
said
was
it.
wrong. That's why. That's the only reason we harp on this.
But it is wrong to me, and that's what.
But that's
you.
the different stance
I don't
from somebody who don't give a fuck about anything outside of their opinion in terms of learning music from inside out.
I didn't know it was that severe. Like I didn't.
Ish. I don't hide behind that.
Why,
I'm not out here trying to
tell
act
the people
like,
the new information that you learned to
run
say
all the
that.
shit. Run it
How
all
the
down.
conversation started?
Ice never.
We started having a conversation about the
Walking to
neighborhoods
school.
that we had a conversation about the neighborhoods that we grew up in. So the neighborhoods that we grow up in, you kind of like tossed in the fire, for lack of a better term. It was a community. Everybody knew everybody. Miss Pat knew such and such's kids that knew such and such's kids.
Hey, Miss Pat.
So basically, I said he lived in a certain neighborhood in in Dayton Street. It was a rough neighborhood. He never could go to the corner store.
No, that's not how it started. What happened? I'll tell you.
He said Weequay
said
Park
he
was
never
across the
walked
street.
to school.
He
Across
never
the
could
street.
go in the park.
He said
Weequay Park. He couldn't go in the park.
Yeah.
He said I never walked to school.
And then I said, huh? And he said,
I
yo.
only got dropped off to school.
That's right.
He
And
said
picked-
That's
and
when
picked
I
up.
knew not to say nothing in
And
this
picked up.
conversation.
And
Until he got the bike.
And then he said,
Then he
hold
rode
up.
a bike
Even
to
in
high
high school,
school.
he said, no. By the time 9th grade came, I was riding
I
my
didn't say
bike.
9th grade. I said in high school. There was a stage in high, right before I got my car. I was riding my bike.
Wait, then he said he got a car.
Riding the bike with the Jabolts on is crazy.
When did you get a car?
I'm just getting caught up on the spokes.
Right before senior year.
Wait, then senior year he got a car. To me, he's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga, that's the goal.
You grew up
That's
in
what I keep
Beverly
trying to-
Hills.
That's what you want. You want that for your kids. Yes.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
That's what I keep trying to tell
Ice,
you.
you
Y'all
are
feel that?
age, so you should have missed
I'm-
the demo to get all of this. You privileged
I'm under-
bastard.
I'm under y'all.
And I can't even call you a bastard because you knew your dad. Shut the fuck up. All I keep saying is the inside house niggas don't know that sometimes they gotta shut the fuck up.
This nigga said, yo, I rode my bike to school. Corey said, hold on, what school you went to? So you rode your bike and it was still there when you came outside?
Yep.
No, Ice said I never walked to school.
Wow, yo, that shit was
Ever.
far as hell. No, that shit was like a mile and a half walk. No.
Nigga, my whole
light.
name, that was
I'm not walking that
what?
far. I'm not walking. Yo, y'all can make faces. I know y'all don't understand. Y'all
I
don't
don't.
get it.
You're right.
But guess what? We just didn't come up the same.
But why you don't know that you don't understand too? I'm not mad at
I
you
do.
knowing that we don't understand.
Damn, I'm the king of saying I don't get the life that y'all grew up in.
So this nigga said he couldn't go to the corner store.
My mom, yo, I hear it again. I'll tell y'all again.
The bodega was a rite of passage in
Check
our
this
hood.
out.
He
That's
might
where
not-
the fights happened.
he might not
That's
have
where the
been able to
video
go get
games
no
was
eggs
played.
and
That's
bread.
where you stole
Check
out
this
the
out.
fucking ice cream thing.
You can't go
stick
get
the
no-
ice
I didn't
cream
have
up
to
your
steal out the
sleeve.
store.
No, you
I
can't
didn't
get
have
no
to steal
eggs
out
and
the
bread
store.
today,
I
yo.
know what I'm saying is my mom's mindset was, yo, first off, it was she was a single mom raising 2 kids. She
Don't try to make me cry.
I'm
gonna
not
cry.
trying to make you cry.
I'm not
I'm
gonna
giving
cry.
you some facts. I'm giving you some
All right,
facts.
just checking.
Single mom raising 2 kids. Yeah, we had help from my grandparents. Thank God for them.
Shout out to the grandparents.
Shout out to the grandparents. So my mom's mindset was, yo, there's nothing outside but trouble.
In those neighborhoods, yeah.
I'm gonna do the best I can from keeping my kids from getting in that trouble.
Amazing.
That was her mindset. That was
amazing.
my family's mindset. Like, yo, after school, no, you go to grandma's house
Ice is miserable.
until moms get off and you go home. Like,
Ice, all our parents said that.
No, that's amazing.
All of our, but all of
not
our
everybody,
parents
not
said
everyone
that.
was able to do it.
That's true. Everybody didn't have
Everybody didn't-
parents that could pick
Yeah.
the kids up from school
Yes,
and keep them
yes.
until they got off work.
Yes,
You
everybody
are-
didn't have that.
Listen, we making jokes, but this is what I'm saying. I'm
Dead ass
agreeing
jokes,
with you.
though.
No, I'm agreeing with you that if you could stay away, the idle time is the devil's workshop, right? But I still think that as young boys growing up in our neighborhoods, there are certain adversities that only outside can give you.
Ish being nice. Yo, my mom knew better than to try to put my devilish ass on my grandparent.
Ice.
I dare her would have introduced a grandparent
And Ice.
to the mischief that I was up to.
Like the corner
that's-
store,
A grandparent wouldn't have been able to,
nigga.
yeah, man,
And
hold me.
Ice.
When you shot the
You
film
doing
on
that.
that.
Then
You
before you
listen
give
to
your
your
opinions,
parents?
tell them that you was a good kid.
Fam, I was a great kid.
Then that's it.
Straight A student up to high school. I'm proud of that shit.
I mean,
y'all,
too.
y'all can't
I
make
was a
me
straight
feel
A.
away for the way.
No, you
listen,
shouldn't.
hey, shouts to the fam.
Bruh, you never had a fight?
Yeah.
I'm talking about like coming up.
Yes, I told you our fights was in school. We fought.
It's not a good fight. Hey, yo, the
Hey, fam, I'm
in-school
sorry.
fight is
I'm not
30
trying to
seconds. You can't really,
Sorry.
Yo, you can't get it in 30 seconds.
Like one or two that was out.
Yeah, the teacher
Recess,
gonna come.
whatever.
Yeah, the teacher gonna come. That's broke up. I'm talking about the real, damn nigga, scoop slammed him and really start on top. You ain't get
Yeah, I don't want to talk to niggas that was listening to their parents. Honestly, as a teenager who listened to their parents.
Come straight home after school. Yeah, right.
No. I don't have to be told that. The car's waiting when I walk out.
Yeah, but you met it.
Yeah, I went right there. I had to walk in.
You went to meet that car.
Yeah, happily.
Damn, my mom
right out the
tried
door.
to pick me up from
Right out
school.
the door.
Never that.
Again, I get it, fam.
Yo,
you know,
I'm stopping at the
y'all
arcade.
prefer the tougher
I'm stopping
way.
at the
Good for
candy
you.
store.
Salute, my G.
No, we didn't know it was the tougher way. We learned along that way.
Yeah.
I thought I was just, nah, Mom, not doing what you saying. I'm going to play Pac-Man in the little steak and cheese spot right over there by the rock
like,
on
yo,
Farmers
how you
Boulevard.
know how to throw the fireball?
And now
if
it's
you didn't
action
get
over
that
there.
from the hood.
Because I came the generation after you guys, and the home console started.
You're our age.
I'm not your age. It's just
You 38.
It's got me about what, 7 years?
It's got a few of us, but you ain't far from it.
You was a different type of child,
You're
Joe.
not far enough to talk what you talk about.
I guess
At
I am.
38, you can't come in here and say I got dropped off to school every day. You can't say
Fam,
that.
I'm not trying to appear tough to none of you niggas. Yes, I can. I got dropped off, and I'm happy because I didn't want to walk. I still don't want to walk. I've never had to walk since fuck ever.
You icing.
Hey, listen, I don't walk now. I don't give a fuck about the other kids.
Our whole neighborhood walked to school. It was
That's cool
90
for
of us.
y'all. Salute. I didn't have to do that shit. My kids ain't gonna have to do that shit. Like
This is something that you struggle with as a parent. Like, you kind of don't want your kids to live the life you lived, but you still want them to get some of the experiences.
You want them to pick the stuff up, yeah.
Yeah, like it's a.
You can pick it up other ways.
No, you can't. You gotta learn. And that's the problem with. Look, and I'm not shooting at you. I swear to God.
Shoot him.
No, that's the problem with the niggas that be trolling. That's the problem with the niggas that be trolling. Because them niggas never lived out. Them niggas didn't come outside. So now niggas stand behind their computer and just shoot jabs at motherfuckers all day because they never really got. Because they never got punched in the face.
That's not a shot at me.
They never got punched in the face. They never really had to put their hands up and square up with a nigga for popping shit. Outside, we had to do that. So you knew it was certain levels that you could go to in your insults, or you had to be able to fight. It was certain shit you said about a nigga mother. When you brought a nigga mother into it, you had to fight.
You gotta fight.
That's where the stories come from of you having to go see the fine girl in the projects.
Yes.
It's not that you was tough. You had no idea what was on the horizon for you.
And she'll
You
tell
thought you was
"Don't
just
worry
going to
about
see
them.
Shorty.
They ain't gonna do nothing. What?
And now you put in a spot where you're going to learn something about yourself and these new 20 gentlemen that you're going to meet for the first time.
These 20 fine.
These fine, studious young men.
These distinguished gentlemen.
Yeah.
With puffy coats on that will not move.
Yeah.
You going around niggas like, yo, yeah.
They just doing what Clear do at the airport. Just want to know who you are before you enter.
Where you from? Where you going?
Yeah, that's all. Where you coming from?
Let me look.
Where's your landing spot? How long is the flight? Yeah.
How much you got on you?
Hey, and
what you got on you?
And do we have record of you passing this way before? Like, is this a new way that you're going?
You got some stamps. You got some stamps on your passport. You got a cousin in this building, nigga? Who? Tasha. Hey, yo, Tasha, word was born. You gonna be having these bitch ass niggas coming through. Yeah, all of that. All of that, nigga. Word. You just go on upstairs.
Salute.
If Tasha,
That's all I can say.
If Tasha ain't get nobody no ass in the projects, you was getting. Oh man. If she was a bird, then you was cool. But if ain't nobody pop,
Not necessarily cool if she was a bird.
nah, because then everybody had her already.
I mean, what that mean? And two of them niggas done fell in love with her.
That is true too. Look,
Two of them niggas really like her.
You're right. You're right.
One of them
No,
is
you're
her
right.
brother
That's
over
a
there.
good. No, you gotta go.
They had no idea she was hopping around. Who you?
You from where?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, nah, that's different.
All right, what else is important besides Ice getting dropped off to school?
And had a bike in the 9th grade.
And not going to the store till he was
Yo,
14.
they didn't steal bikes in Elizabeth?
He wouldn't have been able to ride to no school where I was at.
Fam.
I'd have had that bike. I'd have picked that lock. I'd have been riding that bike.
Ice never caught the bus as a kid.
That's not true.
You never caught the bus?
I did.
What age, Ice?
What age? 15.
25.
15. First time catching the bus to school.
Don't put that nigga name with my name.
That's your man. Yo, I'm glad you left that dude at the hookah spot that day. I'm glad you just
Y'all
went
ain't
in
gonna
there,
make
yo.
That's not what happened, yo.
I'm glad
Stop,
you just
yo.
went in there without him, yo.
Stop,
He
yo.
didn't deserve to party that night. He didn't deserve to party that night, yo. I got to keep it a bean.
Oh, man.
I got to stand tall on that one.
Hey, shouts to moms, man.
All right, what else is important out there?
Do we care about Cap getting a workout with the Raiders?
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm happy for him, of course.
Of course.
But
It don't matter.
no, they've gotten 6 years of my life with this.
I ain't like what Stephen A. said.
What is
I
that?
didn't particularly like that. He saw everybody getting like excited. Hey, Cap's getting a workout with somebody, and he was just like, "Yo, everybody, I need to pump y'all brakes." Basically, was saying, "Okay, he's out there throwing the ball to empty, wide open receivers. That don't mean he deserves to be in the NFL. We haven't seen him throw to anybody with some pressure, with some like. Why
That's
you?
hate, though.
That's
Why
hate.
does he do
That's
that,
hate.
yo?
That's just hate.
It's just
Why
a
does he do
tryout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's a tryout. Whether he can or can't, that remains to be
We're going to
seen.
find out.
That remains to be
It's
seen.
a tryout. If that team feels okay, we're willing to, even if it's a super low minimum, whatever, we're willing to take a chance. That's their decision.
Right.
Who are you to slow down? Don't everybody pump your brakes. You know, we don't know if he could do this. You already questioning shit. Mm-hmm. It's hate.
Yeah, it's hate.
I heard a little something that I won't go in depth about, and I certainly hope it's not true. But I think I heard what's allegedly at the center of this Benny Freddie Gibbs shit.
I ain't hear that.
Don't tell me it's women.
Not no box.
Oh, man.
You lying.
I don't report on hearsay.
Oh, man.
That better not be true. But I could see it being true.
Yeah, it usually be that.
Usually, yeah.
Them two niggas will never hear the end of my mouth if something stupid happened over something stupid that niggas heard. That's all I'll say.
You gotta tell me that.
Prayers and woe, no, because you're going to get mad too if I tell you.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to be mad. You're going to think, you know what? Forget it.
Oh, man.
What else is important? Sony Michael Jackson fake audio trial?
No.
No? Not important? Fake news?
Old news.
Old news. What's going on, Lobby Boy? Winnie the Pooh horror movie?
These remakes are getting out of control, man.
Winnie the Pooh horror movie. And while we look up facts about this, I meant to come in here and say who asked for the Firestarter remake.
Oh, yeah, you was hot when you saw that.
I cannot believe I let y'all get away with making Lincoln Lawyer a series. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's not the worst. I like that movie, but it's a series now,
I like the
too.
movie.
Firestarter, I loved that movie when I was a child about the little white girl that could fucking just set shit on fire. But no one asked for this to be remade in 2022. Not one soul.
I liked whatchamacallit, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. The Time Traveler's Wife was a dope movie.
I didn't see it.
That shit was a really dope-ass movie. They made that shit into a series. You like the movie? That movie
I
was
heard the
dope.
series.
You'll like
I feel like people told me that series was good, but
it might be. I don't know how, because it was so intricate. You'll like the movie. You'll really like the movie, but I don't know how I feel about the series. I ain't really watch it yet. But this is disgusting. Winnie the
Pooh horror movie.
Blood and Honey is the name of the movie.
Look at Winnie the Pooh. Son.
Yo, look what they did to Winnie the Pooh, yo.
So I looked into this, right?
I want to see what my man Eeyore's
From
living
what I
like.
understand, I think it was earlier this year, the rights, or Winnie the Pooh itself.
Public domain.
Yeah, it's public domain. So
Copyrights
you
up.
do what the fuck you want.
Dude, have your fun.
And they wilding out.
You got a Challenger? What is that? You got the Hellcat?
And they got, that's a BMW.
Yo, look at this
That's
shit,
not
bro.
funny, dog.
Nah, I'm gonna watch this.
No, I'm definitely. You,
Never.
what? You're out your mind.
In 1,000
Me and the
years,
edible gonna watch this. I'm watching this.
See, and they wonder why the kids is wilding.
Winnie Pooh
Winnie's
fuck you
up.
up, yo.
Winnie's
That's
up
a
for
bear.
blood.
It's still a bear. You niggas can't beat a
Facts.
bear.
I hate this.
I hate it too.
Not just because I think creatively it's trash. And not to be this guy, but that's just who I am at this point in my life.
What the whites did.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it.
I wasn't gonna go to whites, but maybe it was
But I can
them.
find a way.
Whoever is at the helm of the horror genre today seems to just use the kids as a way to do it. It's a consistent thing. From Winnie the Pooh to It to Jurassic Park to Annie, the fucking whatever she was, Its sister,
little doll.
or whoever that was.
Annabelle.
For me, it's just too many
There's starting to be a lot of
movies
kids in it.
where
Stranger Things.
that's what we doing.
I feel like that's
I
kind of
missed
been the case for a little while, though.
No, they
Not back in the day.
Not back in
Exorcist?
the day.
what about
The Shining.
Exorcist?
And,
Wait,
kids
what
in The
about
Shining?
Exorcist is kid friendly?
The Shining wasn't.
The
kids.
Shining
not
wasn't
kid-friendly.
kid friendly.
No.
But what's the
It
correlation with
wasn't based
children
on
and the
kids.
Exorcist?
Only the Exorcist was.
The Shining.
How?
The whole story is about the kid running loose in the hotel. I mean, not the plot line, but
No,
they're using kids as a tool for horror. Yeah.
I'm not talking about a kid just being in a horror.
You
flick.
mean like marketing to kids?
I
down there?
mean using the things that are attractive to children
Oh,
to be the horror
thing.
flick.
Okay.
I don't like that.
You know what else?
And I don't think it used to be like that. Like Freddy, you go to sleep. Those was adult little kids that was going
Jason
to
was
sleep.
catching y'all.
You know what I think?
kissing in
You know
the-
what I think it is too. I think.
Chucky.
Well, yeah, Chucky.
Yeah, I don't. Ew.
But I think that a lot of these things that they're using that you say like ties to the kids, we kind of were kids, and these same things was around. So I think they're trying to make it grow up with us, not necessarily the kids today. It's like, let's show you what you're older. You wouldn't watch Winnie the Pooh if they put a regular Winnie the Pooh animated joint out.
True.
So, but you know Winnie the Pooh from your childhood.
Right.
So now that you're older, you look at shit differently. Let's show you Winnie the Pooh differently.
I think it's lazy writing.
I would
it's absolutely
lazy.
lazy.
It's absolutely lazy.
I might agree with you if most of these movies came out rated R, but they don't be. They come out rated PG-13 as horror flicks so that they can appeal to people that shouldn't watch a rated R movie.
Word.
And that's nasty.
I hadn't beat that.
Back
that's
in
a
the
good
day,
point. That's a good
our
point.
horror movies were rated R.
They were.
Hey, the kids couldn't just walk up. You had to sneak or try to be grown
Yeah, you had to get somebody
to do
buy
some
the
shit
ticket
like
for the
that.
sneak.
Now, you could just be a kid. I sound really like the old guy, like the caveman, like Neil deGrasse would say, but I just think it's corny. It's corny.
I think it's scary because
I don't
now
like
you-
them slowing down. I got 5 on it either for the horror movies, but whatever.
Now you feeding this negativity shit to these kids. Fam, when kids start,
Oh, then black people in the horror movies. Well, that's what they doing.
I mean,
Am I off?
The kids are getting fed negativity.
through every outlet possible.
They,
I'm not disagreeing.
They're in school getting negative.
It was always negativity in
I'm
school.
No. I'm talking about negativity, like what the tragedy that just like these kids are faced with
Yeah, but
negativity on a different scale.
But in our year
front of
coming
them.
up, dog, an 18-year-old, if he wilded out, he would have wilded out in the high school. You got to be a different type of mental off. And I don't want to, I want to be politically correct. To take it to the elementary school, that's some bad shit, my nigga.
Not 2 weeks after you were celebrating a birthday at Applebee's with your family. I hate that I even know that.
Word.
But they made it a point to tell
They're
me.
gonna make sure they tell you every.
Oh, no, he's going to
They're
be
gonna humanize him.
wholesome. Yeah.
They're
He's
gonna humanize him.
He's wholesome. He just
I don't care that he went to Applebee's with his family. Even though I do a little bit, because it's like, damn, how could you eat Applebee's and have this sinister plot on your mind? Like,
Yeah, that
type,
you was
type of guy are
calculating.
you? Your family's in front of you. Anyway, I don't want to get depressing, but Winnie the Pooh,
I have a theory about that.
Meh.
I'll tell you off, Mike, about the Applebee's and why we know that.
got it. Yeah, please. Kick rocks, Winnie the Pooh. Who cares? I don't care.
looks
I
disgusting.
don't even believe you killing somebody.
I'm watching this though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, you would get body slammed.
Did y'all hear about the speaking of bad movies, it made me think of Sharknado. There was like an earthquake or somewhere that opened up a underwater volcano
Oh, so I read
and
that.
let out a bunch of mutated sharks who've been living in acidic water. I thought about Corey.
Yeah, I read that.
Is it real, Corey?
That was real.
Are the sharks real?
Are sharks in general real?
I 100% believe that there are things underwater that we have no idea about what they are and how they came to be.
Big ass octopuses.
But see, this how shit happened like that. So now these sharks that we never knew existed, we're calling them mutated. That could have just been them.
Mm-hmm.
Now something happened, and now they're out here
in the streets. World ain't gonna stay the same.
Nah.
Y'all niggas gonna go stick y'all toes right now. Brown water down Atlantic City. That acidic shark gonna tear you.
I'm gonna have my feet in some water this weekend.
You gonna be able to see him. You gonna be able to see him.
Be able to see all the way down.
When Roscoe come in there, you gonna be able to see him and get the fuck out. I bet you that much. Niggas down there in that New Jersey water with this brown.
I won't be in any New Jersey water.
I wouldn't even listen.
And I won't have my feet too far into the water. It's gonna be right along the shore. It's gonna get
all right, now
you know the cute little footprints picture that they did? One of those.
How far y'all
in
go?
the sand?
How far y'all go in the ocean?
Excuse me?
How far would y'all go in the ocean? Like
Nah, I'm not. What you talking about? I don't understand. I don't even understand the question. That's humans that play with shit.
They do.
Humans just play with
They
shit.
They do.
What do y'all think is under there for the last 90,000 years?
Bro, we think we are the absolute top of everything.
Y'all think that shit is renovated down there? Y'all think that shit is refurbished?
They got old cabinets.
This shit, they got old something else under there too.
And leave that shit alone down there.
Go ahead and keep playing. They got portals and shit.
Mm-hmm. I believe all that shit.
I believe that.
All of it. That Marina Trench, I believe all
What
of
you
that.
think is scarier, up or down? I feel like I ask that every year.
Down.
Down
Is up.
Fam. So when you go to the beach, talk about.
All right, so I'm not doing this. Right.
Yo, how far?
really the fish?
Down is up.
Down is up.
How's down up?
The oceans is really up
A
there.
reflection. What?
Don't worry about it.
So when you get in the water,
I been hitting them edibles hard body, man.
that little vape pen you bought, fucking your mind up.
They had a lot of time to think on the way to school in that car. Jesus.
Yo.
Down is up, and up is really just a reflection.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get in the water, you really up there?
No, I'm saying you're still in the water, but like space, all that shit is actually down. That's what I'm saying.
Then what's up?
You can only go up but so far.
They say you can only go down but so far.
No, they don't know how far down we.
They don't know.
They put a cap to it, whatever it was.
No, they did not. They found the deepest place they were allowed to go with the technology they have, which is the Marina Trench, because the pressure is
too high that they start crushing all the metal shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good for them niggas. Stay out of there.
Word, stay.
Word.
And
all
that
jokes aside,
and that
Boy,
ain't
is trying to
but so
explore
far.
something.
Yeah,
that ain't but so far. Like I saw something that put that shit in
couple miles
scale
down,
exactly how far it really is. That ain't but so far that they can go. Yeah, bro. They said it is. He said it's the same both ways. They said we know. When I say we, I mean scientists and all that shit. Know more about space than the ocean. Yeah, we've only probably discovered 20% of the ocean. We know more about way up there. That's where the shit at.
I'm gonna go get the ball.
That's why Lil Uzi bought that moon, that star up there.
More of a planet.
Because we know more about that stuff.
Yeah, he was able to buy that one.
Here's another hip hop fact I'm shocked about. Mike Posner walked all across the country when his album dropped, and nobody talks about it.
Word.
I would really tell y'all to suck my dick if I walked across the country, when my album dropped, and nobody said nothing about it.
I'm not even walking to school. I'm not walking across the country.
Shout out to Mike Posner.
I was about to ask.
I bet he won't do it again.
Ish, what you about to ask, Ish?
Who the fuck is Mike Posner? I don't know.
It's okay, Ish. Corey, you think he didn't really walk across the country? Look at this dude, man. Yes, he did.
Yeah, he walked. He trooped it.
Yes, he did. He shot a video in every city.
He started in Asbury Park.
And landed in L.A. somewhere. Nah, it took him. Look, he finished in 6 months later, Venice Beach, California on October 8th. October 18th.
Forrest Gumped it, man.
That's dope.
I wouldn't.
I think
if I did that, y'all would have to. We would have to sign a contract. Y'all have to talk about that for the next 2 years straight. Minimum 2 to 5 year deal. 2 to 5 year deal. Hey, wasn't I right about the Warriors? Didn't I tell y'all?
You did. You did.
Gentlemen sweep.
Yep. Glad I ain't bet you because I said 4. And he was like, I'll take that bet. They're going to take game.
Yeah, I know
4 off
the
and go
game
5.
that they said they was going to win.
Sure enough, took that game off.
He said it.
Sure enough, took that game off.
I don't be betting like that. I ain't Drake.
Boston or Miami.
Boston.
Boston.
Tonight.
I've been saying Boston. Boston.
Finito.
Finito.
Yeah, it's over.
Boston.
Warriors in
6.
6. Yeah.
Warriors in 6.
Over Boston?
Yeah.
Yes. Warriors in 6 over Boston. Easy 100 push-ups on demand on that one. Fuck is wrong with Corey? Easy.
I'm in.
Easy money.
What you think it's going to 7?
It could go to 7.
They could, but they're not going to.
But do you have that? So how many games do you have Boston beating them in? You said the Celtics.
Corey
can
does
beat them.
not have a
Yeah, that's why I'm
mic
repeating what he
or
said.
a valid sports opinion. He's just been picked. I love the dudes that just pick a different team every 2 months that they think is going to win because their first pick or second pick was really that bad. Some of the picks that I came in here and told y'all that Denver was Fugazi. I told y'all that Miami was Fugazi. I told y'all that Utah was Fugazi. Only teams, and I'm not going to ever say that about Boston, but they're not ready for Golden State. Stop it. Stop it. Don't be silly. Don't even be silly.
They match up well, but
Neither one of them don't match up well.
I might go put something on it though, because everybody and their mother gonna be betting on Golden State.
I'm mad I didn't put something on the Warriors and the Rams before the season. See, that's when it would really count.
It would have counted.
That's when it would really count. Like if I just came in here with an extra 50 grand, because I don't do that shit. I just
You
be
ain't had
right.
to do a 50. You could have put up a stack.
I'm saying if I
3
would have
stacks.
won,
What you really?
if I would have won 50 grand or 40 grand or
that's what
something.
you'd have won.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't
You put
care.
that before the
I
season.
do it.
Say
I
pick
do it.
both
I
of
do
them
it for the
on the same
love.
ticket. Parlay it. Both of them to win their respective
No,
championships.
doing that, I might bet it every season now until I'm out of here.
I've seen a couple people do that. They'll have like the N.B.A., NFL, and like the NCAA football champion or something on one ticket, like before all the seasons start.
Because quiet is kept. I think I already have my N.B.A. winner for next year. I'm not sharing it yet. Don't ask.
Clippers.
But I. Why you trying to be in?
What I
I'm
did?
not sharing mine. Don't worry about mine. Don't worry about mine. All right.
Clippers, right?
Is yours the Clippers?
Clippers gonna be nice.
Not the Hawks.
Dumbass Hawks.
I tell you one
Got
thing.
my brother pressure up.
When that Luka gets some help, boy, everybody looks scared of him.
They better go get 8.
Everybody looks scared of him.
They respect him.
hell, you got to.
They got him.
Luka with some help is gonna be all right, man. Congratulations to Dallas and their fans. It was a nice run. Nobody had y'all there. Y'all got it done, but his name is Wardell Stephen Curry II. He didn't even have the greatest game in the closeout game, but it don't matter.
No, it don't.
Get some
Don't
men
matter.
out there is enough.
Magic Johnson, Western Conference Finals.
Yo, dog. That's where they kill. Because Steph is great. And then you just get a Clay that could just get hot and get 30 in a quarter, and you be like, what the fuck?
And Steph's such a threat.
Yeah, but you got to pay
Flip it
attention to
anytime.
Steph. So
Yeah,
You do.
now
He's such
Clay
a
could
threat.
do that.
And Clay could just come
Everybody,
out.
Poole could do
And
that.
now Jordan Poole is like a hybrid between fucking Steph and Clay. Like, that shit is scary out there, bro. Wiggins played D. Draymond played D. That's a rough,
Wiggins
hard.
dunking on everybody.
It's a hard team to beat. Boston got their hands cut out for them. That's a really hard team to beat. Boston is too, though. I think Boston could bully them a little bit.
First year coach, he'll get it together, but not this year. Not this year, Boston. Sorry. Shout out to the Rangers. They are still in the playoffs.
I thought so, yeah.
They are still in the playoffs.
One of them
They've
bars
got
over
it.
there is a hockey bar, apparently, because they was going crazy. I thought it was a soccer game.
They're down 3-2, and the next game is tonight, I want to say. So shout out to the Rangers. The Yankees got their ass kicked all weekend. I think they're on a 2-game win streak, though. We didn't talk about that fight last weekend, but it wasn't much to talk about with that fight. Yeah, it wasn't.
I don't even think I watched the
even know
fight
who
last
fought.
weekend.
And we didn't talk about that fight where our guy lost. I didn't watch that fight because I never thought he was going to lose.
Canelo?
Yeah.
Oh,
I watched it. I watched it.
I never thought
got
Canelo was going to lose.
Nah, you know what? Didn't he go up in weight, right? He looks mad slow, yo. He looked just slow and sluggish.
The dude was too big.
Yeah, it just his punches wasn't sharp. He ain't had no head movement. Like Canelo, pretty good on defense. He just kind of looked fat, like not fat, but just like sluggish. You know what I'm saying? He was just trying to hit him with wide punches, and he couldn't get out the way. Look at him.
Dude was too big.
That's what says. Like I said, that's not his normal weight class.
No.
Right?
Nah, he went up. Yeah.
Got it.
All right, I don't really have anything else that is of major importance. I'm still disappointed at Ray Liotta's passing at 67, but I mean, if there was a way to go, I guess it would be in my sleep in DR.
Yeah.
So shout out to Ray Liotta, man. And thank you for your service. What else? Anything y'all got before we get out of here?
No.
No, I don't have nothing.
I hope everybody's enjoying a nice hot dog or hamburger at a cookout.
Hot dogs, yeah. We still eat hot dogs over here.
That's facts.
Same.
Not shaming me out of hot dogs.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
I'll get to like what are they, Hebrew Nationals are one of the fancy ones that, you know, hopefully they put a little bit less butthole in, but
we glizzy gaddy.
Little left
gladiators on
hooves.
this side.
yeah,
No hooves, little less
hooves.
ears.
Yeah, all ear. Not all ear.
No. I take the ear. Ain't no bone in the ear.
It's a holiday weekend, so I'm skipping part of the show. We'll get back to your problems next time we get back here. It's enough depressing shit going on out there.
Facts.
You ain't gonna put me down anymore. And I don't think I have anything else. Real niggas got her making a play. You just sitting there on a folding chair.
Word.
You know what I mean? You ain't even got to leave your seat. You talking to the aunties and uncles around. You know what I mean?
Now I'm cutting diamonds.
Yeah, word. Looking at my
man.
cut suit right now. Well, what you want, baby? All of it.
Everything.
Yeah.
I want all of it.
Now I want another
Put
corn.
it on two plates.
I want another corn. Yeah.
You know how I'm
you don't
gonna
want
carry
everything at the
everything. I
cookout.
don't know.
I said you don't want everything at the cookout, Ish.
I do. I don't want that oink.
Yeah, we be having a good time, and then you just come with some fucking.
He said it to me, nigga.
We don't care that you don't eat oink.
He said it to me, nigga.
Yeah, but don't
Alright,
say
I
it
don't
back.
eat oink.
Him saying it to you is funny. You saying it back is like Malcolm X.
No, it's not. Because you eat oink.
Yeah.
I know.
And everybody at the cookout gonna eat oink too.
No, they not. Fucking heathens.
But don't stop.
Yo, keep us in your prayers. Lord knows we need to be there. Until next time, I bid you adieu, farewell, adios, arrivederci, so long, goodbye, au revoir, hasta la vista. Remember, life is a series of moments, and moments pass, so let's make this one last as if it's all that we have. Lastly, the baddies are insecure, the stagnant women want to travel, and the closed-minded women want you to teach them things. Grab a Tylenol, enjoy yourself. Everybody traveling for Memorial Day weekend, please be safe, especially if you're traveling on Spirit. We'll be back next Saturday. Y'all hold it down. Enjoy yourselves. Please be safe. Eat good. And don't reply to the long text from Shorty. You could do that on Tuesday or Wednesday. This weekend is not for that. Y'all have a blast. Talk to you soon.
Enough, Daddy.